my.
Get down, Mr. President.
Oh, that game.
I forget where my... Wait, this is me. I'm orange.
Yes. Yeah, how you doing, Izzy?
I'm doing okay. Who knocked over all my crap again?
It was not I this time.
Wasn't me this time.
Oh.
Usually it's me.
Well, you know what? It might have been me when I was reorganizing everything in between sessions.
My bag was just thrown as skewed, and all my sparks are now just gone.
One of
All
you
right.
these days I'll play with an actual mouse.
Sounds sus.
Nah, Matthias is way too flizzy to play RPGs.
What's 88 Scene 8?
We'll get there when we get there.
Fair. Also, is it the same scene as me going apeshit murdering that one dude? Or is it a new scene?
This is a new scene.
Alright. I am depowered.
So, quick thing before we get started tonight. Are we recording?
We are.
Okay. Too late to get all of your swears out, everybody. That's the thing we care about on this show. So, last week, we kind of rushed forward and we didn't quite get through everything for the mission 2. So today is kind of going to be 3 parts, I think, depending on how the timing works out. Part 1's going to be finishing off the mission, one way or another. Part 2 is going to be a bit of an interlude, give you guys a chance to actually talk to each other and maybe compare notes. Who knows what might happen. But we have been at the point where you guys have all been into the frying pan and the fire together, and, you know, character building. Third, like I have said many a time before, I wanted to run the first 2 missions at least directly out of the book, and then kind of branch out into my own content. We did a session 0, but 1, Eric couldn't be there for it, and 2, you guys actually know how the system works. So I'm going to do a little bit of a check-in and be like, hey, what do you guys want to see, not see, anything in particular going forward, that kind of stuff. Revisit some of the questions from Night 0.
Okay.
Sound good to everybody? It also means that I won't have to be motoring through every second to hope that we get through to the end and know that I will fail unless we go late.
That is very fair.
Yeah. All right, and I'll be back in 1 more second. I have to get out from under this dog and grab my physical book. Wow.
Quick, the DM's away. Post memes.
Yep. I also now have a physical version of this game. It's a good game.
I like card games just because I like the feel of them.
Yep.
I mean, I just want to summon my Dark Magician.
And depending on what happens, I might probably doing a short one-shot or even a campaign using the system for friends in person.
Yu-Gi-Oh!
And I hope you all... Where is it? Nope, that's a different chat. And I hope in off-topic you all saw the time queued up in Kanto thing I posted, which is what I was thinking about doing when you guys heard the chant the first time.
We don't talk about Bruno?
What's that sound? I think it's everybody in town.
No.
No.
No, this was all of you.
We don't talk.
We don't talk about
Yes, we
Bruno's.
do. It's all anybody does.
Yeah, I love how it starts with, like, we don't do this. Oh, by the way.
I mean,
That's
to
just
be
how
fair,
humans work.
Do not do this really cool thing.
the Madrigals are gossipy as fuck, so...
We don't... Well, except for Dolores, who's just pure evil. Like, literally, she could keep her mouth shut about Bruno for 10 years. But then as soon as there's something that's going to be like, ooh, Mirabelle, you know, let's mess up, say something about Mirabelle that's going to mess up Isabella's engagement. Because I like that guy. She's just pure evil. Very selfish.
There's a lot of trauma to go around in that family.
Yeah.
Like that.
I mean, if we're being...
It's about trauma.
If we're honest, Isabella wanted no part of that engagement, so...
Yeah.
Also true.
I also think it's like one of those things for Dolores. The problem is she actually knows everything going on. So like,
Yeah.
which
Well,
things
we can discuss all of this if I ever run by an Encanto game that I've been thinking about.
I'm not going to pick... I'm never going to play another character that has super hearing. I did that once. I did that once while most of the people in this server were players. And one of us was the GM.
Yep.
Well, does anybody have anything else? Any old business? Any new business?
Nope.
Everybody got your bio figured out?
Oh,
Bio?
Like, have you used the bathroom? Do you have water nearby? All that stuff.
Yeah.
Have you fed?
I'm in the process of feeding.
You're in fact water.
As you're doing a very good job of talking around the trough strapped to your face.
We are the same, Dan. Which means if I'm an ass, so are you.
Oh, yeah, but I ate earlier.
Donkey!
ADHD out now.
Come on, I want to make some skill spreads so I can burn the cards in my hand.
No.
Did you say get the ADHD out now?
Yeah, it's wishful thinking.
I got bad news for you.
Where? I also know when I'm shamelessly self-justifying. As a treat.
As a treat.
So I'm really excited since we're ADHDing while Nick is away. I got Dungeon Alchemy today.
What's that?
I kickstarted it a year ago, and it's a map maker.
Oh,
tool on
that.
Steam.
Yeah. The Steam one, right?
Yeah.
That's cool.
I dabbled like for 5 minutes. It looks promising. I'm hoping to have a custom map built for next week.
Nice.
Like I'm looking,
Is it like print out maps, or is it like?
you can export it to like 3 different things, and they actually have the formatting type. It even says if you're planning on exporting it to this, like you can literally drop down and click Roll20, Dungeon Forge, etc. So it exports it to the format type that website can read, which I think is really nice.
That makes me happy. Yeah.
That is very neat.
I'm gonna have to give them money or something.
Well, I'm gonna experiment.
Oh,
I'll
right.
give you a
No,
few review later.
I went down the 3D printer path. Never mind.
Mhm.
You don't need maps anymore. You build maps.
I mean, I am having fun printing way too much stuff for Anne's Horizon game.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Made her a full-size override module.
Any chance I can convince you to make me a scale model of Bossing Say?
I mean, it'll be a very interesting scale. It'll fit on top of a finger. I'll let you guess which one.
My pinky?
That's a big old.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Ironically, I have thought about printing Meridian. Not at D&D scale, but that would take a bit. Hey Nick, are you back yet?
I'm back. Can you hear me?
Okay. Yes.
I have been back.
Ah.
You need to announce yourself.
I mean, I did. Then we were talking about the finger that Bossing Say needs to go on.
I didn't hear you say. Oh, well, such is how the internet do. All right, everybody ready?
C.
Do it.
As you bring down the whisper, you see someone watching from the other side of the barricade. A lean Elonian man with a knife in his hand. He steps out of the cover and gestures. If you're not infected, get in here quickly. We need to rebuild the barricade. For those who don't have a perfect recall of what happened last time, you guys managed to find the person who your mission is about, Eldan Diogenes, who your mission is to extract from the city and bring back to Pyre alive.
I thought his
You
name
found-
was Tefrin.
No. That was the first mission, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So,
Anyway, when you guys arrived at his stronghold, you noticed that he was being attacked by a single psychically potent chanter, pounding away at the barricade, and then Pout ran forward and, without it even noticing him, ended it.
how long did you say we'd been here? That we have 20 minutes left, 15 minutes left?
You got somewhere between 20 and 25 minutes left. Or wait, yeah.
Okay. On his statement, Hunter's just going to step inside and call out, the barricade's not going to matter in 20 minutes. The building's going to be torched. We need to get you and everyone we can out. Not shouting, but like enough that he will be able to hear this.
Ah, yes. Complicated bit of that sounds like a complicated venture. Come in, come in. You need to see the scale of the problem.
I assume all of us are kind of limping forward, considering how wounded the party is.
I only have 2 life-threatening injuries, and I'm the healthiest.
Every time Pout takes a step forward, it's like that squeak, but then like it's like air is pulling it. Squeak.
And then just liquid just sprays out.
Mm-hmm.
As Out is breathing through his abdomen.
Okay. So as you guys walk inside, as it sounds like you are doing, you are battered and bruised, and Eldan does not give you his full attention right away. He makes sure his wards inside are okay. There's about 30 people inside here in this clinic that has been barricaded haphazardly. A few people seem to immediately be taking whatever pieces of furniture remain and trying to seal up the hole again. Like I said, going a little slower today. Apologies in advance. About 6 people here, in addition to the other 24 or so, are bound. Several of them are gagged. Everyone here, after a moment to examine, seems to have wax in their ears or some other similar anti-sound precaution.
We're just going to look at people bound and gagged, and then
Yeah. There's
nudge
about
Eldan.
6 people who aren't who have their ears open. Eldan is one of them.
What exactly happened to them? The ones bound and gagged.
Oh, they're infected.
I don't know if it's a good idea to keep them with us.
Well, I'm sure that with some further study and some time, especially with this direct exposure, we might be able to find a cure. This is clearly a possession, not a sickness. And it's and my observations have borne out that it is actually repeating the chant, which damages us humans.
Wash, I'm just trying to recall the information I got last time from, like, the counter song can help stop it from happening, but it doesn't break it, right?
Correct. So you got the story of the origin of something that sounds a lot like this. Let me see here.
The death curse from one of the old Shadowvar cities as it was being conquered, basically.
Mm-hmm. It eulogizes people who have died. The chorus is accusatory and impels those who hear it to join in as a form of penance. Your counter song can keep you safe and hidden from chanters, but
And, like,
it's
they
not a
can get
cure.
the wing, I'm assuming, basically, but no more than that, safe also with the out of combat one.
Yes, you can cover the whole party if you guys are moving at a reasonable pace. In combat, you can really only use it on yourself unless you're making lots of spreads for everybody.
Hunter is going to look very pensive for a moment at them. Someone else should say something, otherwise I'm going to continue.
We don't have a lot.
Salamander's going to cross over.
By the way, Eldan, real quick, Eldan seems a little out of it, sort of, not necessarily shell shocked, but clearly leading into some level of professional detachment.
I don't like it, but I think the best thing we can do is get the uninfected people out. We don't have the time to bring this whole big group out before the shelling starts.
Looking around the room, how many people seem like they're physically capable still?
Most of them, so about 25.
So if they already have wax in their ears so they can't hear the chant, we just have to have the last 6 that don't have their ears covered to close up, and we book it.
How many chanters are still beneath us?
Well, we're only a few levels above the main refugee camp. There's probably many more people down there still.
Are we talking?
What kind of time? What kind of time limit are you talking about?
As we said before, 20 minutes.
Until what?
Until they demolish the building to stop the chant.
This entire base will be a firestorm.
Not just this building, the entire section of the city that's been closed off.
I thought they were just closing off one building.
No,
It
took us.
Imagine like a city block that is one building.
Oh, okay. That one enormous building.
Yeah.
It's like a complex.
Yeah,
It's like a fort, yeah.
Yeah.
So, does it make sense for us to take everybody to the roof and just try, like, making a zip line to get out?
How high up is the roof?
I mean, you guys are on... Where is it? I believe you guys are on level 3, and you started on something like 8 or 9.
Salamander, while they're having this discussion, is going to go over and try and see how many of the ones that are tied up are still alive. Because you'd mentioned that some of the people that were possessed would not... Okay.
So by the way, there, like I said, there are 6 people who are just kind of walking around doing their own thing without anything stuffed in their ears. One of them is going to walk up and kind of, as you go over to kind of check on them, if you reach out, he will grab you at your wrist before you can make contact.
Is he deaf?
Salamander definitely tries to poke them.
What?
Are they deaf?
They've been... The 6 over there have been exposed.
So, good correction. There are 6 people walking around without stuff in their ears or gags or anything like that, and there are 6 people that are bound and gagged.
Okay.
Okay, so the 6 that are walking around with nothing in their ears.
Yeah.
if we ask them what's their deal, why are they risking exposure?
We were in Mardenford. We've been through this before. It's apparently given us some sort of resilience to the effect.
Really?
Would I know anything about that?
That would be. Are you? Blah, blah. Wow. Sorry. Like I said, I'm running slow today.
Okay. Mm.
Adjusting self expectations.
Mhm.
Processing. Okay. You were specifically asking about like recent history or like the mechanics of the chant or
No, about where they're from and why that makes them more immune.
Yeah, I'm curious about the resistance they would have.
Yeah. Well, what do I know anything about the significance of where they're from and why that would make them resistant?
That's what the last breakout was, right?
Yes, it was. In fact, Dan.
Hey.
Who is somebody that you remember fondly from your first life? Because one of them is walking around. One of them is bound and gagged.
Let's see. Trying to think of a name that would be appropriate. I'll say there was like a kind of a low-level runner at my old job he was nice. Ended up having a pretty friendly relationship, all things considered.
Okay. He is clutching very tightly onto a cat and just kind of petting it. To answer your actual question, they will. Yeah, we saw the horrors of Mardenford, and Eldan got us out. He was there too, and Eldan will. It's a strange phenomenon. It seems those who escape an outbreak of the chant after being affected by it cannot be affected again.
That's interesting.
They were rendered unconscious before the chant could fully take them.
And that grants them some resistance to it.
Seems that way, although
And those
vulnerable to other things, and he'll just kind of jangle, and like a little hammer will fall from his belt. I'm not proud of percussive medicine, but it has its place.
So all the people that are gagged have been exposed already?
Yes.
So why don't you just knock them out then so they get the same level of immunity?
Probably doesn't work if they've already been fully infected.
We're not sure what stops it.
Well,
we don't have the time to figure it out now.
Or more bits of apprehension from Hunter on this one, but finally, Doctor.
Yes,
I'm not sure whether it's knocking them out or something about them that is, but I've figured at least something out about the chant.
A little bit more life will creep back into his voice for a second. Oh. Wait. Just kind of look again, as if he's coming out of daze a little bit. Wait, who are all of you?
Phoenix's wing omen.
The stories were true. Did you come to help get us out? I've been trying to keep this group together by myself for a long time now.
That is the idea.
I helped some, yeah, but it was mostly Zelda. Yeah, it was Zelda.
That we did, and we didn't know about the outbreak, but at least we arrived in time.
Hey, Wash, what is the situation between the wall and the roof? Like, does the wall like flatten out onto the roof? Is there a drop down to the roof?
You guys basically came in through kind of like a rooftop area, like that was jutting out from the side of a taller building.
Okay, but we went over the wall and then we landed on the roof.
Yeah, you guys are basically inside of an enclosed multi-story city block. It's kind of like in, like a slum in New Delhi with the crazy high population density.
All right, but I'm assuming getting most of these people out, even via the roof, is not exactly something that is all that feasible because we would probably have to grab them and jump over something huge.
It's feasible, but it wouldn't be easy or fast.
So the thing with the wall, it's just the wall of the building, right? It's the edifice of the building that's what we went over.
So you guys have been like descending slowly through different staircases, ladders, stuff like that, for a bit now. You're a few stories down from the top.
And we're not...
We have to get to the adjacent wall that's on the side that's been barricaded off and punch our way through it, right?
Well, you guys are pretty close to the bottom now at this point. You're on floor 3. Also, just as a note, at this point, a tremor shakes through the building you are in, and everybody here just kind of shivers and curls up a little bit, and then there's plaster in the air, and the sounds of supports breaking.
Time to go.
Yep. Just ask. Actually, do we know if there are any windows to these buildings that, like the building, we could like rappel down rather than go downstairs?
I mean, they're not going to open the doors for you guys to get out of here, so you kind of do have to go up if you want to get out that way.
We should go through the wall.
Yeah, it bust through the wall an option?
The wall of the hold?
Okay, so we're in a hold and there's a other greater wall surrounding it, right?
I mean, technically, yeah. You mean like the building that you guys are in inside the larger fortress? Yeah.
Yeah, basically, I'm trying to get the right mental picture of if we get out of the hold and onto the ground, these people are still screwed because they're not going to open the gates to the wall.
Correct. At least, it didn't sound like the captain of the guard that you guys talked to last time was going to be super willing to do that.
So we should go through the wall.
We should go up to the roof and then scaffolding over, because even if we go through the wall, it's not going to get us to the outer wall. And if we break through that outer wall, that's not going to stop them from lighting the fire, and then it's going to let the containment out to the rest of the city. So then we're burning part of the city that's not quarantined. Like, breaking through an outer wall during this quarantine is a bad idea. There's just going to be fire and additional casualties. We need to limit all casualties. So the people in here, we need to extradite out of this area. And as easy as it is to
pop up, and I'm not leaving without my patients.
Do you have any carriages?
Are all...
I mean, I did. They're down below.
Get some of them to move, but everything and everyone is going to die if we don't get you out.
Me? How does... What do I have to do with
greater you? They're going to light this building ablaze and kill everything in it to make sure the chant doesn't spread.
They revive the dragons, then?
Yes.
Salamander nods.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna furrow his brow and look pensive. All the more reason to get these people out of here now.
Well, you know which of your people is most physically able. What? Up and out? Better than punching through the wall?
Would prefer that way as well.
How much rope or other supplies do you have?
We used everything we did have on the gags. We've for the record, the chant outbreak's been going for maybe 10, 20, 30 minutes before you guys showed up.
Wait,
Like, this is a fast-moving situation.
why would they have that type of defensive measure in place already to lock people in here?
Well, they did preach quite a bit of tolerance and places to stay and refuge, but this Talu old ruin is more of a prison than an actual place of sanctuary.
Wait a minute. Why does Talu sound familiar? This is me, the player, being like, wait a minute.
It's a big part of the Elonian culture.
Okay.
The
Okay,
Talu are like the ruling. They're somewhere between guilds and families.
Oh, okay. I was like, wait, is that part of what the story for where the chant originated from was?
It is actually, but yeah, it's the a set of Talu took the Shadowvar's lands, and they responded with a song.
Okay.
Dragons.
Do you know how the chant here began?
No one knows how the chant works. I can do some. I can use some basic deduction and tell that it is coming from down below. From the speed and direction of the tremors, it seems that it is centered on the refugees' main holding area, for lack of a better term.
Hunter, save air. We will burn, regardless of the chant.
Yeah, Pout's just standing like behind everybody, like miming looking at a watch and just pointing at wrist.
Okay. Let's get as many people up as we can. Who's most physically able of your people? You'll have to have them help.
That would be me. Oh yeah, I forgot some important details about Eldan. He's got a huge set of scars on his right on the right side of his face, and he's basically missing an ear. His left arm has been burned. Looks like by acid. He's in his mid-40s. He's a grizzled dude. He's been through some shit.
Mm-hmm.
Well, physically capable may not be the right term, but the six of us can at least try and coordinate. Somebody's going to have to carry those of us who are. So you can keep us safe.
We will move faster alone. What if he mimes rappelling? We lower a rope and bring people up the side.
Is that faster than them climbing the stairs? Like from our route down.
Easier to evade the chant.
They can also help you find a way back up. They were here for a while.
Yep. Do you know either a fast route to the roof or a place where the enchanters will come up from that needs to be blocked off or collapsed?
They keep coming without warning. A group of 4 fell through the roof of our of a different place that we were holding on the way.
Do you have patrols
They're everywhere?
Do you have patrols for this roof to see if they've already haven't infiltrated this area?
No. To be exposed is to court disaster. We've been hunkering in place, trying to be ignored. Thank you again for dealing with that floating one.
Well, I think at least the route that we cleared should remain clear. At least for part of it.
If not, I think we should have somebody being a forward scout, looking around, just being like, where did Bit go?
Like it's either Bit or me in this case, considering what I know about them now.
So, it sounds like you guys kind of have resolved, if not a specific plan, that you're trying to get Eldan and all of his people out. So once again, we're going to a moving through the Darhold spread. Who wants to take point this time? Not one of the people that's already done it.
I don't remember which of us already did that.
You did one, and I think it was Dan who did the first one.
That sounds right.
Yeah, for the scouting. Yeah.
I'll take point on this one. I have shadows which can effectively be stealth. And
so what is your guys' generalized approach? Are you trying to be stealthy? Are you trying to make an all-out run? Are you trying to carefully follow guidance? What are you guys doing? Feel free to customize it to Pout being the lead.
I mean, we have directions to the roof, right? We know which way to go.
yeah,
This is more like, hey, this determines what specialties and suits apply.
I'm going to say probably just if I'm point man in the front, I'm going to be keeping a distance ahead of everybody else, making sure there is no infected chanters nearby, and then waving people on, and then continuing either up another flight of stairs or ladder or scurrying down a hallway, and constantly motioning. And then if there's somebody there that's infected, I'll give a signal and have the rest of the wing come up, and we can either deal with it or wait for them to pass. Making sure to pick up those 2 kids we told to hunker down on the way.
That will be a slight diversion.
Mm-hmm.
That'll cost you a few minutes.
I think one thing, at least, if I can still stealth myself, I'm going to go out of my way to just be stealth, go, there is a single chanter standing there, stab, and then move on from that too while Pout leads the group.
You can throw in a support trait if you want. But
Sure.
One person has to take point on this check.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's like Pout.
I will take point. I will tell everybody, it's okay, everybody. It's like a game of follow the leader. And as I walk away, you hear my shoes squeaking. Just step where I step. And then as I'm halfway down the hall, my shoes go silent. Because if anybody's ever worn clown shoes, there's a way you can walk on them where they don't squeak.
I
will give
done
you.
this. I trust that Izzy knows how this works.
I will give you athletics, shadows, and fear of the clown of offending the clown for people following you. However, because
Can I get leadership?
Oh, do you have the leadership card? Forgot about that.
Because I took Durant, the one that
Yeah.
lets me do that brutal, I also get leadership.
All right, so you've got a base of +10, and this is going to be a grace check.
And I believe my grace spreads can be 3 deep. So base 10.
Skill checks in general are 3 deep. Yeah.
So there's 20, and I'll throw 3 sparks at this to make it into 25. Actually, wait a minute. If I hit 30, that's...
Wait a minute. I can throw a trait into this, which is relevant for Thunder Strike. For as soon as enemies show up, we strike without warning and swiftly.
Okay.
I like that. So, as a quick thing, in between games that I noticed, if you throw in a trait that is especially relevant to assist on a check, I can say instead of a +1, it is up to a +3.
Okay.
So that means throwing in traits for other people is a little better.
Is that a +1 or a +3? Mostly this is for...
I'm going to make that a +2.
Okay.
Okay. So that's a total of 24. Does anybody else want to throw stuff in?
Yeah, I'll use the shared strength to give you a +1 for 25.
Okay.
Okay, and then I'll burn 5 sparks then to get us up to 30.
Okay.
Because, Pout is very much, no, we're all getting through this.
Mm-hmm.
I am... so there's 5 sparks, so that's a 30.
Okay. Let me just check all the modifiers on this thing, considering you took everybody, and also, let's see.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, great. I only have 2 cards left in my deck. Oh, right. Taking everybody's probably going to give us a penalty.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the time calculation because you rolled very well.
I mean, I played cards very well. No rolling required. This was calculated.
I'm not Koiba.
All the betting sparks.
Okay, yeah. You guys actually with the directions, with large group, with an eerily coordinated group, with Izzy, with Pouts, stunning, and to some of you perhaps unforeshadowed leadership skills. You guys make it quickly and efficiently. It takes you about 9 minutes to get back up and to start getting people heaved over that upper wall.
Okay, once Pout knows everybody is...
There is one other thing, though. There is one wound that comes in on the way. You guys can either let a civilian die, or one of you can take a wound.
I'll take a wound.
Okay.
I mean, if you weren't going to, I was. I would have just died.
As you're on your way up a bit, there's another one of those strange unexplained tremors, and a big beam that's supporting an upper story just kind of cracks, and you're showered in rubble and splinters. They're still sticking out of you. I mean, you're a phoenix, you're tough, but pings.
Why are there tremors? Look, while we're going up, I'm just briefly going to talk to probably everyone but Pout, because honestly, I feel like this is probably an int-based thing, not a race thing. For what exactly is going? Why would there be tremors? They wouldn't want to drop a building on themselves.
They're probably getting ready to launch the dragons. Don't they have to anchor them down or something?
Oh.
That came from underneath us, right?
There could be something else underneath as well.
Dragons are basically dump liquid fire into an area.
Yeah, like that tremor's not them. That's the chanters, right?
Eldan will pipe up. That is a reasonable conclusion. This is new. This wasn't at Mardenford. I'm not sure what that means, if they can change their approach, or if the circumstances were different. I look forward to sharing with everything I know with Dawn Command. Assuming that is still the organization's name.
That is still the organization's name, right? Out of character, I just want to make sure.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. That it still is, and
I can only imagine what's going on down there. So many innocents. So much blood. I wish I could do more for these people, more over the last few years.
we might be able to. I'm going to talk to him and try and share what I know to see if he can glean anything out of it, and maybe one of the intelligence-based people who's standing nearby can be inspired by this. To try and figure out what the hell's going on. I will assist with inspiring if anyone wants to make a check. I can't. I strong, not smart. I am worried about this one.
I could make a try.
Eric, it sounds like you're underwater.
Strange, is this any better?
That's better.
Yeah.
Much.
I can make a try.
So, actually, you also are infected by it. Hunter's going to try and to explain to Salamander what she figured out, even though, like, you cannot explain to someone how, like, decades of learning how to sing in a culture in specific ways and also centuries of lore work about, like, this is definitely a death curse for, and you need to properly handle their issues in song, because it is a curse by song. That's what the chant is.
He nods along to like the first two sentences and then waves his hands and says, "Hunter, air. Less air." And he points down and he says, "Tremors. Why tremors?"
That's what we're trying to figure out.
Okay, so he's gonna try and put his brain to that. He has dealt with a lot of cave collapses and has felt a number of tremors in his time. So he's going to try and figure out, based on his history with destruction, and maybe, I don't know if it's relevant. If it has something to do with the dragons, fire may come into it.
Fire doesn't help,
Arcane might be
unfortunately, but I like
relevant?
the way you think. Arcane would definitely come
Does
up.
arcane help?
Yes.
Okay, so arcane and
Unfortunately,
destruction.
no matter how many specialties you add, unless there's something specific that lets them stack, they're all just 1+5.
Okay, so it's 1+5.
Can
And
I
then we've
add?
got.
Can I add mysterious to this?
Yeah, you've probably been here before in your first life. This was not your hometown, but it's, you know, your family did business in a lot of places.
Makes sense.
This is effectively like, imagine the equivalent, for those of you who know Boston, of if Bunker Hill was turned into a refugee camp on short notice. Except much larger.
I'm burning a spark to add a card.
This is not a combat check.
Oh, I can only do that on combat.
I think that's a combat style thing, so yes.
Wait a
Unless I'm
minute.
wrong.
How much do you need?
When you make a spread, you can use. Nope.
Yeah, that's fire shaping. It's attack specific.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Sorry. Well, remember, you can break the cap with traits.
I will add I will play inspiring to add to this to try and help, and also burn a spark so everyone can draw a card.
I'll discard Grace to add 5 to the spread.
Draw your card, Izzy.
I did.
Was it it?
I'm gonna see if I can stunt my way into using a trait here.
Wait, did someone take a wound?
So
No, sorry, are you...
No, Izzy, I let every player draw a card.
Yeah, I drew one.
Okay. I forget, Izzy, were you infected? It's been a while since the last session.
I believe I was one of the ones that was not.
Yeah, I think it's me, Eric, and Dan.
Yeah, that's correct. I was not infected either.
I suppose, actually, can we tap into our feelings of having been infected to figure out what the fuck they're trying to do?
Excellent question. You guys can. Any Phoenix can try this check once to kind of try and go over in your mind about the behavior of the chanters, recent events, all of that. Now that you've, I won't say that you've got a respite. You guys are still kind of forging ahead at full speed, but you've got Eldon out. It seems like at this point, you guys are back at the top. You've got about 15 minutes. You've got about 15 minutes left.
Did we get those kids?
That is a good point. Was somebody going out of their way to grab them?
If we get to the top and we haven't, I'm going to go back down to get them.
Well, were you guys diverting on the way up to do that?
I think yes.
Oh, we said we were, yeah.
Okay, you have 10 minutes left.
Okay.
at this point, I'm absolutely convinced that we're all going to die because I don't see us getting over the wall in time. So I'm going to start feeling into the ground and start like creating new fissures. Like, this is not helping the situation, but I'm pretty sure we're going to burn first. And feeling for the source of that tremor. And I'm using feral because at this point I have really no concern for my own survival.
Okay.
Also, Wash, is my thing I DM to you
Oh,
relevant?
yeah, I can give you a shot at that, and your spycraft specialty 100% applies there.
This would be an intellect spread, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Oh, these are bad cards for this spread.
That is the problem with my hand right now as well.
This is quite bad.
So again, you guys have made it to the outer wall. You're probably, if you guys want to, you can get out now. It'll be close, but you guys can make it over the wall with all your civilians. And if you guys want to do something else, the civvies can probably get over with the rope system that you guys set up.
I'm concerned there's another thing like that orb sitting underneath us.
Get civilians out first, then worry about other crap.
I am waiting to answer questions until people are done with actual spreads. Sorry,
Alright,
Eric, you actually made a spread and I didn't answer your question. Let's see. What
I
is
added
your total?
inspiring to this, and Ziggy added 5.
So what is the total?
Ziggy added 5, and
Yep.
you added 1.
I added inspiring. If
Um,
trying to use history and background to we can figure this out helps at all, let me know.
I mean, you can definitely help by supplying more Shadowvar details.
I will supply Shadowvar details.
Okay.
And like if he says a thing,
what
I
does
will
that net
train
us?
means.
So what's the total?
So Eric was 5, Ziggy was +5 is 10. Then he has 10 in front of him.
Wait,
so
who?
we're-
Sorry, who has 5? Let
Ziggy
me
gave
do the math. Let me do the math. What did we get? Ziggy gave +5. Nick, what was the total for what you just did? Because I haven't heard that yet.
What is my total, Wash? Between playing inspiring and helping with Shadowvar.
Inspiring. So thing one. I'm not sure you get to let everybody else draw a card with that, but I'm not slowing things down for that now. I'll say between inspiring and you having figured out the counter charm, let's say you're throwing in +4 total.
Okay, so I'm +4.
Okay. So we're between Ziggy and Nick. We're sitting at 9. I have 10 on my own, and I'm gonna burn a spark to get us up to 20.
Don't your skill specialties also apply to this? The arcane?
Oh, we're at 25 then.
Okay.
And does Eric being infected help us?
Oh, that actually does. A phoenix who's currently affected by the chant gains a +5.
But 30.
I'm not
And
currently
can use
infected.
grace
I
as
purged
well.
it.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Who had bed?
Yeah.
Hmm.
So you guys are at 25 then.
And 25 doesn't actually help above 20.
Yeah.
Unless-
Alright.
Wait, I don't get it for having had it, because I was able to understand some of what they were saying.
It's specifically currently affected.
I suppose I can't transfer
Okay.
my bonus from that.
I mean, if you want to mill enough cards to give Eric the chant again.
All right, Eric, how ballsy do you feel? Wait, doesn't that also cause a wound?
Yes.
We cannot have Eric be
or-
ballsy. He will just
or-
die.
Well, no, it's like whoever draws the card takes the wound, or alternatively gives it to. You could also turn one of the rapidly escaping refugees into a chanter instead, but
That
It's just a
wouldn't help us because
wonderful-
I'm the one that's making the roll.
yeah.
Well, though, I could take the wound if we want to try doing that.
Why would you be able to take the wound for me getting sick?
No, when I draw it, I take a wound.
Yeah, the way it works is when you draw the card, the chant is overpowering to you, and you are forced to sing. You choose somebody else to either take a card, become a chanter, or a few other things.
Oh.
I think it's mostly a question of, like...
You're gonna have to sell Salamander on that plan.
No, this is an out-of-character plan. Like, this is not something Hunter would ever sell. This is an out-of-character question of, while trying to explain what she feels from the chant, does she reinfect Salamander?
Yeah, if you have the chant in your deck, you may voluntarily join the chant at any time.
Yeah, this would be the milling thing, but yeah.
Okay, so pitch me what your concern is about these tremors, because where Salamander's sitting right now, and he would have expressed this during you trying to explain the chant about 15 times on the way up, he thinks that dealing with the chant is a waste of time because it's going to be completely flooded with fire. So if you've got a concern about the chant, now would be the time to pitch it to him. Because if I'm going to murk myself, I want it to make sense for him, because I'm going to have to justify why I died.
Concern about the chant. Last mission that we went on, there was an orb that if we didn't deal with it, that was causing all sorts of havoc, would have killed everyone in 5 miles. If it were just the chant, I'd be like, Hunter would probably be like, okay, we got information we should get out, but like, these weird tremors feel weird.
Also, specifically, you won't be taking the hit. Hunter will.
Yeah, I'm taking the hit, not you. This is mostly, I'm like, I know we're in a mystery game. I know we're explicitly in a mystery game. These tremors feel like an unexplored question, and me out of character's like, oh no, what are we missing? And in character, Hunter's like, oh no, why is the chant here when it wasn't here before? How is the chant here? Are these tremors related to it? Mostly from her.
Right.
About your fifth time trying to explain the chant. About your 5th time trying to explain the chant, he says, sing it.
You're certain.
He nods. And he makes an elaborate hand gesture that essentially means, by God, you waste a lot of hair.
I'm just gonna make sure to drag him out of earshot of everyone else so I can reinfect him.
That is a statement right there.
Yep. Look, maybe I'll get quoted this time for funny things.
That's what happened. I'm hitting the caffeine crash. Okay.
So, yeah, gonna hit.
Okay.
Gonna hit with it because, fuck it, if we're out anyway after this and this is nothing but besides my paranoia, well, I can eat crow.
Okay. Nick, you voluntarily joined the chant. What to do? Take a damage.
Wee, 1 health left.
And
So that
choose another character to add an affliction to their deck.
deck or discard?
Deck.
Okay. Rude. Well, and now we hit 30 because 30 is
that you do. Okay, as the music hits your ears, we'll do that. As the music hits your ears, Salamander, it seems to make all of the pieces of information that you have before you slide into place in your head. So, the chant, as you've discovered already, is a form of possession as opposed to a disease, and there is a malevolent spirit that is controlling these people. It's not one person to one spirit, it is one spirit controlling all of them. These people are alive, but between the blood loss and injuries, they are clearly dying. Even if the chant could be broken, many would still die. This large spiritual entity, which you can feel scratching on your mind, trying to find purchase, but your phoenix nature burns away any of the psychic tendrils that try and touch your consciousness. But in that brief contact, you can tell that it's too vast to be targeted by a simple exorcism. The chant also has a compelling effect. If people can't hear it, they remain unaffected. While the sound is compelling, the act of chanting is what actually drives the possession. When a victim chants, blood is forced out of their body. If someone stops chanting, they aren't cured. Aren't cured, but the effects don't spread. While the spirit is too vast to be exorcised, there is likely an individual object anchoring it. This link could be broken. It might stop the outbreak. You will also notice when touching this consciousness briefly that by joining the chant, you can temporarily make yourself invisible to the chanters. Additionally, with your specific focus on tracing back the charmers, you can tell where they originate from, and that this thing scratching against your mind, looking for vulnerabilities, cracks, a way out to expand further. You've seen that, you guys have seen that these chanters may not live long, but they don't particularly care about damage to themselves either. If even one of them survives a cave-in or a lake of fire or anything like that, the whole outbreak could start over again. Clearly trying to break the fortress.
Okay. He's going to look to Hunter and say, "We go now." And then he thinks for a second and says, "The chant will cause a cave-in."
Wait, the chant will cause a cave-in?
Another tremor shakes through.
The chant will break the wall.
Another tremor falls through. One of the people that you've been helping up loses his grip and falls down and starts falling, only to be caught by which one of you three who are still on site wants to catch this person and put them back on the right path there?
Hunter's just going to reflect. As long as it doesn't cause me wound, Hunter's just going to reach down, grab them by the back of their shirt, and yeet them back up.
I mean, you are busy off to the side, covertly talking about the
I'll grab the person.
Okay.
I am strong, boy.
And, Hunter's just going to stare at Salmon for the... Wait, you mean... They're causing a cave-in. This lake of fire won't do anything because they'll be protected.
Why? What gives them protection that would not give us protection?
If they're underground and away from the fire.
I'm going to be very generous and say you guys have 9 minutes left.
He shrugs and says, "It is digging, and it is searching, and it is going to break the wall from underneath. Something will survive and this will spread."
There is just a brief moment of, can we stop it?
Oh, what was the thing it was searching for, Wash? What was that bit again?
Oh, it was searching for cracks and flaws in the hold that seems to have it confined. And once again, from the large word sandwich that I served up before, while the spirit's too vast to be exorcised, there's likely an individual object or anchor, an individual person or object that is anchoring it here.
If it gets
It is. It is in. It is in something. It is in an object. It is.
Well, do we have?
Intellect Phoenixes, writ large, you guys do know how to do exorcisms. There's a few ways. There's sort of there's the kind of ritualized, very very technical method that involves, artifacts and rituals and circles and salt and all that stuff. There's also a very abridged version where you guys, as a group, throw a fuck ton of power at an object, but you gotta touch it
To locate it?
to exercise.
Completely dead seriously at Salamander. Salamander, do you know where this is?
Do I know where it is?
You guys, with the 30, you guys definitely know which direction to go.
Can we get there in 9 minutes and counting?
That is a good question, isn't it? Because
We
there's gotta
have-
be one. If
we
you guys
have-
want to go back in, you have one more spread to make to get down there.
We have 9 minutes. This is not the mission. This is an additional mission.
We've already succeeded. At this point, Bit is going to kind of pop out of the shadows. We've already succeeded at the mission.
Did we? I don't believe. We still have to get the people out.
The mission isn't a success if the chant is going to continue spreading.
Exactly.
Also, I'm going to be very straightforward. You guys have gotten Eldan's group out.
Oh, okay.
We have gotten it. Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're going to be out before the dragon goes off from this point forward.
Oh, great. Okay. Then let's do it.
We succeeded at the mission. We can revive. Like we need to fix this permanently.
Millions of people will die, and it will be my own people's legacy that completely destroys the capital.
He looks around as if he's just now getting his bearings and sees that the people are over the wall. And he grimaces and tries to feel for where this thing is.
Okay. Like I said, you know in general how to go straight towards it. It is the center of the tremors, which you have a lot of experience with, for a whole bunch of reasons that I have a feeling you'd prefer to reveal yourself slowly over time because they're backstory related.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can guide everybody there. There is, like I said, one more traversing the Darhold spread to be made.
Do we
Somebody's going to have to make.
Do we have to have a
I
different?
mean, I have a dumb plan, but I have a plan if I'm allowed to make it.
I think that there's one of us that hasn't made a spread.
I think
I'm going to look around the group. I'm going to look around the group and say, we move fast, we don't talk, we find this, and we leave. And he kind of shoves his liver back into his torso.
What direction?
He just starts walking.
No. Point.
He points then.
Hunter swings her axe and shatters the floor directly in that direction. We go fast.
This seems to make him lightly angry, and he drops into the hole.
Okay, I am willing to let you guys repeat somebody can do this a second time.
Is this a grace spread?
It depends on what your approach is. Yeah.
I think at this point
My plan is strength spread, bust through everything between us and the target.
Okay, who wants to take point?
I mean, if it's
I
strength,
think that-
I can't do it.
Same.
I think it's mostly I probably can. I don't know whether or not my trait works, but I can probably throw between 13 and 18 pre-sparks at this.
I don't think I can, because I don't have good cards in hand for this. If
I
this-
can. I mean, I can probably throw I can throw a decent trait at this.
I can give up to 6. That's what I can.
Bust through, break shit. Also, sorry guys, but my character actually feels very strongly about legacy in these types of things.
I mean, we're saving people, so that's the Chronicle is on board for that.
All
Alright.
So it sounds like Hunter's taking point.
I think so.
I think so. Yeah.
All right.
Sure. Alright, watch
There's
for
no stopping that.
superhuman strength for busting through every barrier between us and the target.
Okay, I will make that a 3 because it also makes you. It's not a 5 because it also makes you very obvious to chanters on the way.
Right. Goal here is go fast.
Agreed.
I'm
So
going
three-
to. I'm going to throw in Hunter to efficiently execute any targets in our way that are getting alerted by our presence.
All
And
right,
I'll be using once again Savior, since lives are on the line, to discard to add 5.
all right.
And shared strength to add 1. So
Can I-
6 plus 6 for me.
Can I just use either Resolve, Scouting, Traveler, or Acrobatics? I have a bunch of physical skills.
Yes,
and
you have a specialty that applies in this situation. Yes.
Okay, so 5.
Can I pitch in under destruction because I'm tracing this thing based on the cracks that it's making, and we're trying to punch holes and stuff.
Yeah, but only the point Phoenix gets their specialties, unfortunately.
124.
Oh, okay.
How much is bits bonus?
I don't think it was said.
I was
we got
gonna
for
say
Hunter.
with Hunter, I'm gonna say 3.
We're at 27 right now.
I will say if you guys are pouring on the speed at all, the top number you need is a little bit higher than normal, if you want to get there before the dragons go off.
Am I able to do multiple talents to help?
1 trait per, unfortunately.
Okay.
27. So we're at 27. Did either Pout or Salamander have anything?
Nope.
I have Vengeful, but I don't think that can really apply.
Nah.
Like, I literally have a hand of 8 cards, and none of them are traits.
I'm going to burn 3 sparks to get us to 30.
Good call. Okay. So you're stopping at 30?
I don't think we can get any higher realistically.
Yeah.
Unless other people are allowed to contribute sparks, probably not.
Okay. I'm just checking one last thing. Again, I know I sound like a broken record. Thanks for putting up with me going slower.
It's all good.
Okay, with a 30 total, I'm gonna say you guys can either take 3 wounds as a group of total to make it there in 5 minutes, or 1 wound to make it in 7.
I have 1 wound I can give.
I am at 1 wound.
Yeah, I feel like we have. This is basically we're all gonna go out, but hopefully we don't. We are saving thousands to millions of people.
Okay. I'm taking the 1 wound to get us there in 7 minutes then.
It was 3 to get there in 5? Or was it 2?
3 to get there in
3?
5 minutes. Yeah.
I mean, I'm willing to die over it because I knew I was dying the moment that I left the roof. So if anybody else is willing to die over it, we can get there in 5.
Just from the number of cards in hand, if we have to beat something up, I think I am more useful punching.
I actually realized we only technically need one person to die because Chronicle has 2 wounds remaining, too. So if it's
I'm willing to die if it'll.
if Chronicle and
I'll tell you what, guys. You know what? I want you guys to have some semblance of hope once I pull the rest of this out. So let's go with the 1 wound and call it even.
okay.
So 1 wound from who?
I got it.
From on the way. So as you guys are literally punching through buildings and going forward, with Bit lighting the way, stabbing any chanters that seem to that get close to you guys. You've got Salamander pointing you guys in the correct direction, occasionally, very occasionally, shooing you back to avoid you from dropping a building on your heads. Pout is just kind of keeping morale up, I guess.
I mean, I can waste a ton of air by telling the lovely story of my old friend, Sir Eirik, who opened a tavern that a doctor that I knew very well always used to go to every single day. Would you guys like to hear the full story on that?
And also Chronicle actually being effective whenever somebody seems faltering or needs that little burst of energy. He is there with a hand and a look and that little bit of motivation that helps you all through. So let's talk about the refugee camp.
Mm-hmm.
As you guys burst through, the scent of blood fills the air as you descend deeper into Darhold. You pass the broken bodies of innocents killed by the chanters, and chanters crushed by the collapsing building. Hundreds of chanters move below, but as you get deeper, it becomes easier to evade the mob. Many chanters have stopped roaming and stand up against the outer walls, perhaps waiting to surge out into the city the moment the walls fall. While the mobs are spread out. Oh, right here is when
Crap, I forgot how many... I drew 2 more cards because of damage taken, sorry.
All good.
I think Pout is just getting the first PC action as soon as combat breaks out.
I have no traits!
Well, here's the thing, guys. Normally you show up to this fight with surprise, but you're literally punching through buildings.
Surprise can be falling in on top of them. They're breaking the building.
Oh god, I need 1 more card. How do I have, like, the 2 worst traits right now?
I mean, I can at least still have surprise.
Oh no, wait, I'm good. I have the combo in hand. I'm okay.
Here we go.
Wash, can I snag the ragged tent for Shadow Dancer to start hidden?
Yes, although I would like to finish setting up the scene before we do too much more stuff here. Whose cards are these? I will need the space.
It is a strength card, so probably Pout.
Yeah, it's probably Pout given the orientation.
Is it mine?
That's probably your discard pile.
Why is it way over there?
Tell me.
Why is all my... How many cards am I supposed to have at this point?
Oh wait, I need to move that.
You said you drew 2 from other stuff, right? So probably 7.
Should my deck should my deck have 18 cards in them?
Yeah. You leveled up once, so yes.
Okay.
Oh wait, no, 17.
Wait a minute. 6, 9 is 15. 20.
No, yeah, 18 because you got a 5.
Then why were those over there? Literally, all my stuff was shifted when the game started. I don't know why.
Oh, this is a nasty fight.
So that 88. That referred to the number of objects in the bag.
Oh.
Okay, how many of these are for the Whisperer?
The 6s.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, he's dead.
Is he?
He's dead.
Give me a fucking minute. John.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Last fucking time I heard him get called John.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, no, unless he's got more 6s in there, because that's how many cards I have in hand. Show me some 6s.
Hoot, stop searching the bag. 20%, dude. I'm running on fumes right now.
God, this is
There are so many 3s.
Anybody got a fireball jutsu or some shit?
I'm hoping that Salamander does, because that seems like his jam.
You didn't exactly check if I was ready before dragging me down here, so you get what you get.
Okay.
Oh, boy.
As you guys blast through the final wall between you, you see stretching out before you. While the mobs are spread out, it's not hard to spot their focal point. You can hear it. Dozens of chanters, massed together, droning through the same endless song. Slow, steady trickle of chanters moves down towards the center. Making your way forward, you come upon a great hall, a vast chamber once used for public assemblies. This was the heart of the refugee community. Tents and bedrolls are scattered about. Meals sit half-finished. Treasures have been abandoned. You see the glint of jewels in a discarded casket. Child's doll stares mournfully up from the floor. Ahead of you, you see at least 100 chanters, but their attention is focused on the center of the chamber, where 4 of the whispering corpses hang in the air. The whisperers are in a circle, hands joined together. As you take this in, silence falls across the room for an instant, and in that moment, a wave of force strong enough to make all of even those mighty as such as your phoenixes of you step back from the sheer force. Then the chant begins anew as soon as the tremors fade. Let's see. Hunter and Salamander. An assortment of dust and debris are suspended in the air around the whisperers, but one thing catches your eye. A polished sliver of black stone floating directly between all 4.
That's the one, then.
As you bust through and you see this, the chanters surge forward towards you.
I feel like we should probably give Bit the first action to smash as much as we can.
Well, like I said, you guys are being very unsubtle, so they will get to go. Everybody attack 6.
Attack 6.
On every player.
Was I still able to hide?
Yes.
Okay.
You're fine.
Can I respond to that by singing the song that makes them ignore me?
It has to be on your turn.
Ah. Rip.
Well, I don't think it helps.
There are consequences to taking the explosive path.
Yeah.
It got you guys here with time to spare.
A 6, you said, Wash?
Mm-hmm.
Wash, I'm really angry that these guys are fucking still trying to mess with innocents. I'm very vengeful about it.
I know they deal brutal damage. I have to just defend.
Can I use Vengeful?
You can.
Okay. I'm going to punch back. Because that's
I am also going to punch back with attack 6 right into their face.
Okay.
Because Counter-Strike.
Here you go, Nick.
Yay!
All right.
I will punch back with that and this for 5. Actually,
5 total.
oh, right. You know, I'll do 6. There we go. There's 6. Damn it, spread out.
We'll also get one. How's everybody else faring?
For defense or for
Yeah, everybody's getting attacked with a power of 6,
Oh, right.
except for Bit.
I got an 8. So I'm good.
Oh,
Nice.
Wash, I'm sorry. I'm at +6 right now. I forgot.
I know.
So you get 2
That's
more.
why I kept asking.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so it's a total of 12. Yeah.
So I'm at 5. So is that take a wound or is that not take a wound?
So you're blocking 5 of the 6 incoming?
Yes.
Okay. That is not take a wound. 1 power
There we
damage breaks through, which is not enough to actually injure you. How'd you do, Chronicle?
I said I got 8.
Oh, okay, yeah, you're good. Sorry.
Wash, I don't think I killed 4 of them. I only think I killed 3 because...
You said you got 12 total?
Yeah, but don't
Oh,
they have
yeah,
a defense of 3?
Yep.
Okay, just being fair.
All good.
Yep.
Which Phoenix would like to go first?
Well, from your description, there's a force field around the Whisperers.
Yep.
Yeah.
And also you have to get to them through the throng of chanters if you want to hurt them. A combination of, obviously needing to be there if you want to melee attack them, and plenty of beat shields in the way if you want to ranged.
Is this force field different from the normal force field the Whisperers had last time?
Hard to tell until you get close. You definitely haven't dealt with more than one Whisperer at a time before.
Alt.
Probably
So,
not the one who
for
gets
those of
smashed
us who
over
know
the
what
head.
it means to do,
To do what?
for those who know what it means to do an exorcism, what does it mean to do an exorcism mechanically?
So there's an intellect spread way to do it. In this particular case, you guys don't have the time to do it the short way. If one of you can reach the shard, you guys, as a wing, can pour sparks into it, and if you have enough, you can exercise it that way.
So it looks like we're gonna have to get rid of the Whisperers to get the force field out of the way.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, is the force field surrounding the Whisperers, or is it just surrounding the shard?
The Whispers are floating in a circle around the shard.
Yeah, that's the problem.
And you said there was dust that was like not touching them, like in the air around them?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so they're also in whatever that is.
Yeah. So
Can I open up a tunnel? Because they're messing this place up. So the ground under us has got to be a whole mess right now.
Well, I mean, yeah, yeah. There's lots of cracks and ravines and stuff like that. They're not like person-sized
Like,
yet,
what
but
if
they're.
What if I made it person-sized and we just got in the center of that circle? What do you guys think?
Worth a shot.
Better than nothing. My honest point is, I feel like I can become invisible to the chant and just charge at the middle. By the counter song, I think. But I don't know.
Well, you guys have about 5 minutes to do this.
Okay. Nick, do you want to take your shot, or do you want me to open up a tunnel, or does somebody else have a third plan that they would prefer to go with?
Wash, what suit is the counter song?
Grace?
Unless I get lucky, I can't right now because my entire hand is strength.
So just go for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, go for it, Eric.
Okay. I'm gonna reach into the ground, and start like pulling at the rock. Like whenever the tremor happens, I'm kind of wedging a like person-sized hole down through the ground and up through the middle of the circle of whisperers. I'm hoping to apply destruction.
Definitely, yes. That is, in fact, explicitly what it's for. It's, yeah.
Big smash.
Is this a skill check?
Yeah, it's a skill spread.
Okay.
I would say this
What is this card?
This is intellect.
What is it?
I think it's your discard pile. Yeah.
Oh, it's an old one. Flip this over. Come on, flip. Oh, I'll fix that later. Okay, so it's a spread. So I've got. I have a question about mechanics.
Mm-hmm.
I have not drawn back up yet, and there is a non-zero chance that I die when I draw back up.
Oh,
If I start my spread and commit a certain,
You draw back up at the end of your turn, so you get to complete your action.
Oh, okay.
Outside
cool.
of combat, you get to redraw immediately.
Okay. I'm gonna look to the other people I know how to do spells. And say
That is just Bit. Oh wait, no, and
that's Bit and Chronicle.
and Chronicle.
Yeah.
Yes, my bad.
and say, can you do the exorcism if I get you there?
We can do the brute force version, sure. I can probably sneak. I mean, if we're careful, I might be able to sneak through.
There's going to nod a bit about that. I think I can. I hope I can get up there via the counter song before I die to the affliction in my deck, but
Okay, I'm going to pour all of this into making a tunnel. So I've got, it's a 7, that's a 9. I'm applying destruction, so that's a 14.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna get this up to a 20 on my own, because I'm going to burn my last health, because I'm gonna draw that affliction soon. To get 3 sparks back. Everyone at the table gets a spark back. And I'm burning 2 of the 3 of my last sparks to get this up to the right number. A 20. I have no idea if that's the right number, but it's a 20.
Okay. With a 20, you manage to burst a hole into the ground, open up a tunnel right up under the entire horde to where the Whisperers are. Were you trying to go through it or just open away?
Oh, I'm dead.
Oh!
So I ripped that up, because I sacrificed that last wound to get enough points to take it to the 20. So I ripped the hole through the ground and just yelled, "Go!" and collapse.
When you die as a phoenix, you actually burn into ash along with your uniform and talon.
No! Salamander!
I go up in flames, which is pretty cool. Now I'm riding along with whichever one of you magic folks wants my last spark.
I think you get to keep a trait also.
You do. So, real quick, because this is the first time this has actually happened, you keep all of your remaining sparks, in this case 1. You, from your discard pile hand deck, pick 1 trait. You can basically, if you channel your sparks through that trait, they count double.
Oh, okay. Let me figure out what I have in this discard pile.
Yeah, sure. You've got a minute. Yeah, you open the way. There is a way through right now to get to the chanters underneath the large mob. And with the 20, I'll say it's big enough for you guys to go in 2 by 2 if you really want to. But yeah,
I think it's a question of which of us dies before we get in there.
Who are you attaching to?
I'm keeping fire.
And now
I'm
you get to
keeping
start
fire
thinking. Excellent. And now you get to think about what you died
I
for.
can start thinking, what?
You can start thinking about what you died for.
Oh, I already know.
Which player would like to go next?
So just to be clear, with this tunnel, does it look like we can subvert the force field, or does it just get us?
Unclear.
2
You guys haven't actually tried yet.
Okay. We probably
think
want
we
someone
just-
who can kill shit to go.
Do we want to let Pout charge it and see how much he can kill before he dies through the tunnel? Because all of us are going to die.
Yeah, I think we need someone who can go through and fucking murder whisperers as quickly as possible.
I think that has to be Pout right now.
Probably, yeah.
Most of my damage is in my discard.
Yeah,
And I've got 4 grace cards and I attack with int, so.
Yeah, I lost a lot of power, unfortunately, but
You still have more than the rest of us.
yeah.
I think give it to Pout.
Okay. Pout is going to charge through. Unfortunately, he cannot ignite his rubber chicken this go round. But Wash, can I get actually up to the whispers and, like, if I swing my rubber chicken at them, will it contact, or am I hitting a force field and it's doing nothing?
You hit a force field.
I am hitting a force field.
What was that?
Does it take damage?
I mean, it rocks with the impact as the whispers and in almost sort of a delayed. It seems like a water-like effect as you smack the force field. The whisperers just kind of lurch to the side slightly, and then the dust and other things surrounding them lurch afterwards, almost like a snow globe will be spinning, and it like they right themselves. You can do damage. You have to, you will have to deal with the whispers in their entirety if you want to be able to get to that shard.
Okay. Well, I'm not the one taking out the shard, but I am going to start just like... Actually, hold on. There's a thing I forgot I can do.
Oh boy.
Yeah, no, Pout is going to, run down into the tunnel, and as he runs out the other end, he is going to, drag the rubber chicken up along the ground and just fling a bunch of rubble, in the air, so it is hitting the chanters as well as the whisperers, just to distract them so he can go get in really close and begin pummeling.
Go ape.
Going ape. May I take a card for pile of rubble?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Okay. Draw. Is it a good one? Okay, that might be something worth holding on to. Okay, so I'm just going to start making spreads.
Sure thing.
First spread is going to be this strength 4, and I will burn 2 sparks on it. My base damage is 6, so I'm just going to be negating their defense. So first is going to be 1 health level, and now everything from this point forward is brutal. So that's 2 health levels, 3 health levels, 4 health levels, 5 health levels. How many health levels did they have total?
10.
Oh.
Okay, hold on. Let me reevaluate for a second. I'm going to use that 3 last. So that's 2 health levels, 3 health levels, 4 health levels, 5 health levels, 6 health levels, 7 health levels, and then I'm going to burn enough sparks. Six, 4, 2. Brought me up to 6. Brutal, 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 brutal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If I burn all the rest of my spark... Wash, do I immediately die if I spend my last wound to convert my Talon?
Pretty much, yeah. If you die by spending your sparks, you still get to do the thing. But yeah,
but if I
taking a wound will kill you.
Okay.
I also feel like Izzy absorbing a blow might be what we need here.
Oh, so hold on to Death Wish that you're saying?
No, mostly like don't kill yourself on your turn.
Well, if I burn the rest of my sparks, let me see, because 3 plus 4, that'll leave them with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I can leave them with 2 HP counters, and the next person to hit the Whisperers does brutal damage because of my ability. So you just need to hit 7. It's the next person, it's not me, because of my Durant Vanguard talent.
Yeah, that's the next attack. I think we can handle that, Izzy.
Okay, so I will burn all my sparks then and take out 8 of their health levels.
Okay. All right. Do other people have things to say, or can I go?
I mostly feel like staying alive is actually super valuable, even if it's just to absorb a blow for someone else for initiative, but whatever, not tactics.
All right. You good, Izzy?
I'm good. I went for Blitz.
Okay. You described your attack. Here is how it is received. You said you got rid of 8 of these things?
Yeah.
So, and how many different attacks was it?
7.
Okay.
Pouch just goes ape shit on them.
Okay. So you just go up through the tunnel in the ground, and you just start wailing away at the force field, and they just start drifting again, listing to a bit. You're hammering on them so hard that they're bouncing back a little bit. The force field remains strong, but upon your second hit, one of the whispers that you are watching drops to the ground and is oh, that's what happened. Okay.
Yeah.
One of the whispers drops to the ground on your next blow. Another, and these are just no longer floating vessels for a spiritual menace, but broken bodies on the ground. As these start to as they start to drop, the Whisperers raise their hands, and all of you, not to the level where it gives you any more chant, but you hear a cacophony scratching at your consciousnesses, and the Whisperers raise their arms as if in one silent song. And a chanter drops from the crowd and is drawn into the force field, joining as a replacement watcher.
Rude.
Okay. Still, we got through a lot of that.
Uh-huh.
Oh, rude.
Well, the next attack on them is still brutal.
The good thing is we can keep blitzing them.
Should I go to try and stealth myself before I die?
That is 2-player action, so it is now time for the Whisper Gestalt to go.
That was a reaction, not their turn, goddammit.
Correct.
Well, at least we're at range. Maybe. I don't know, I'm dead.
Pout.
Mm-hmm.
You are getting attacked.
I am dead,
Point?
sir.
Oh, right, you're dead. Okay. And you're out of sparks?
I burned up with all my sparks. That's why I'm dead.
Okay.
This is why I said absorbing one more blow might be useful, but we made our decisions.
Okay, in that case, sorry, playing a little bit of catch up. And as you make your last blow against the force field, making two of them drop at once, you burst into sparks and flame and ash, and just a wave of smoke goes across before they raise their arms like that.
I'm going to look through the tunnel back to Chronicle and say, "Hey, Chronicle, why did the chicken cross the road?"
Why?
And as Pout falls down dead and bursts into flame, you just hear the rubber chicken burp, burp. It squeaks as it crosses from one side of the tunnel to the other.
Let's see who's left.
It's me and Chronicle who are not hidden.
Okay. Chronicle, you feel another much more focused, powerful psychic intrusion being aimed towards you. This is an all or nothing attack 15.
15.
And you, Nick, you are just having this, which the casket of jewels is being crushed in the air. The casket falls to the ground in splinters. The gems are being ground up into a maelstrom and thrown directly at you with a telekinetic slam of attack power 14.
Well, I'm dead.
I mean, I can't deal with the defense either because I don't have any brace cards. So,
If he dies, can he spend sparks to defend me if he attaches to me? Just order of operations question.
I think it's...
Yes, but here's the thing. So are you both just taking the hit?
I have to. I don't have a way to negate it.
Unless, like, I can stunt that. The thing is, I have been immersed in the chant for a while, so I know where their attack is coming to draw a card.
I am okay with that. I am going to just resolve what's happening with Ziggy first. Ziggy, you take 1 wound.
Oh, I'm still alive then.
Mm-hmm. And you get another chant card into your deck.
That was my first chant card.
Oh.
Yeah.
You said 14, right, Wash?
I did.
You know what? It's probably pointless, but I'm going to try. First grace card. Do I die immediately? I don't die immediately. Okay. Okay, I might maybe be able to survive this.
Oh,
well,
you've
actually,
only got 1 wound left.
This is the reason why I say I think I'm just dead. Unless things stunt for defense, Survivor to take less damage. And also, I need to survive this. This is actually, like, the knowledge of what we have learned from the chant is so relevant to my character that if she doesn't help with banishing this, it is just going to be a massive failing, and boy is she haunted by the idea of that not working. If anyone can discard a card to boost me by the amount of cards that the power of the card you discard, you get to draw up after it.
How much do you need?
I am at, unless Survivor gives a bonus from stunting right now, 4.
So wait, if we discard a card, you get.
Oh wait,
the amount
I
you
said
get.
attack 15, not 14. I was looking at the guest, right? I was looking at the Gestalt instead of a Lone Whisperer. It's a whole.
You said 15 for me.
Okay, cool.
I mean, I can give you a 4.
It's 15 for both of them, actually. Yeah.
A 4 might let me tank this with Sparks. I'm not sure.
You cannot use sparks on defense.
No, but I can spend Sparks because I played Survivor.
Ah.
Yeah, here, I'll give you a 4 then.
Do either of these add more than +1 wash?
That doesn't work on combat checks.
Okay.
It's extremely unfortunate, and I empathize with you. I'm also probably going to kill you.
I mean, this
I-
we're like this is gonna end with a wipe. I don't think we have a way of doing
This
it.
is just ending with a wipe.
Yeah.
We will
Fuck it.
see.
No, fuck it. 3, 5, 6, 7, 11. Defense 11. I'm dead.
Defense 11 to 15. That's 4 left. Yeah, 2 damage. It's two wounds to you.
Yeah, no, like there was no point.
Okay. Pick a trait, and who are you attaching to?
Oh no, I'm picking haunted.
Who are you attaching to?
I'm going to attach to bit, or maybe we'll be able to do something.
All right, and where's your haunted card?
Attached to
in front
bit,
of
if
Bill.
that matters at all.
You said you were attaching with Pyromancer? If you guys don't mind, just
Yeah, I'm
do me a
attached to
favor
bit
and
with Pyromancer.
do me a favor and put your attached traits in front of bit.
Remember to get this back.
So if we're at the same person's head, are we in communication?
You guys can communicate to each other psychically, and you can use Bit's mouth if he lets you.
Well, I'm sorry, Salamander. I thought we might be able to handle this, and it was important to handle.
Okay, and what's the benefit that I get from
You
these?
So the way it works, Dan, is they can spend sparks for you. They can also spend sparks on defense for you. If they spend sparks on something, if you take an action that they spend sparks on that is in line with the trait they have chosen, their sparks are doubled. So, Nick, you're dead, but you've still got a total of a potential pile of +8 you can throw around.
Cool. Okay.
It is time for another player action. I'm just going to tell you guys now, the Whisperer goes every 2 player actions, and the Mob only goes once every player cycle.
So it's do or die right now.
So, okay, we can do a couple of things. Obviously, I have a lot of sparks at my disposal. I don't think I have enough to actually kill the Whisperers, though.
Can you get through the force field and grab the thing?
I
don't know if that's possible.
I feel like we've been told that it's not.
Okay.
Unless Wash I am.
It's possible, it's tough.
What would be the check for that?
Let me read some things, but it's in general. You tell me what you're trying to do, and I tell you whether or not it's feasible or what type of check it is.
So essentially, Bit is a very small person. So basically, he would be sneaking through the hole and then trying to basically find just enough of a gap in the force field between 2 of the Whisperers to sneak through and touch the orb. Just fry that fucking thing.
Oh, that's okay. Sorry, burning some spoons.
Go for it.
I made a mistake. You guys can get to it. It is more difficult the more whisperers are in the way.
Okay.
I am sorry if that screwed over earlier actions.
I mean, you probably still would have wanted to blow up at least one or two of them, so...
Yeah, I don't think it matters that much.
Okay.
Okay, so what would I be trying, like, rolling to get to that, to get to the orb, and then obviously
so I'm gonna say you do have to make a spread, but it will be laughably easy to. Normally, you have to get through the horde to actually get to the whisperers, but there's a nice big tunnel. This is either an attack spread, trying to get past the whisperers, or a skill spread, just trying to evade them. Combination of getting their blind spots because the force field is a psychic manifestation, and or just punching through with raw power.
Okay, can I use any of my skill specialties with a grace spread? Like, could I use deception?
Not here, no.
Okay, because I have, like, no intellect cards.
Oh.
Yeah, my hand is absolutely fucked. Man, I don't really have a way to hand
those ones who are dead can spend sparks to help, but...
Also true.
Right, I just... like, because what do you guys have for sparks?
I mean, I've got plenty of sparks, but the only thing I can do is to get...
It's me, Eric, and... Well, spends all his...
What also, like, some traits might help you significantly here.
The problem is I only have one trait. I mean, I can use hidden motion to help, like, sneak by.
I can channel Haunted for how much Hunter is real mad at herself for this. To boost you by anywhere between 2 and 8.
I mean, assuming I can use Deception, this will get me to 11 plus whatever Wash gives me for hidden motion.
I mean, I think hidden motion is in fact... Sorry. Hidden motion will in fact be a 5 in this circumstance.
Okay, so that gets me to 16. So, I mean, I could get to 20 by burning some sparks.
I might be able to help with that. Is there any fire in the environment? Let me take a look at that card.
There is a cooking fire.
There is a cooking fire.
There's a cooking fire.
Then
you
if
cannot
you would like me to
unfortunately
use
play
sparks,
traits
I
while
can
you are dead. You can. Yeah, sorry.
Well, I mean, can't he say that the fire explodes from the stand that is Salamander to distract them?
Yeah, sorry, I jumped the gun. I thought you were trying to play a card from your hand. My bad.
No, I'm tied to Pyromancer, so I can do fire stuff with my last spark, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I would like to do exactly that and blow up the fire if that means that we can use one of mine instead of 2 of bits.
That seems good. So that'll get us to 18. I'm fine spending 2. Like, I have 10. And I assume we can spend the I'm assuming we can channel Haunted for the actual exorcism.
Mm-hmm.
Hunter, you just feel a flash of anger as he fades away, and Bit, you feel a get it done.
All right.
Yeah, no, you feel a flash of sorrow from that.
All right. Bit feels the determination, and that's going to get us to 20 to get to the orb.
Okay, let's see. How many levels are left on the Whisperer? Okay, Bit, so you're just kind of trying to sneak up and get there while there's a distracting explosion?
Yeah, slip through a gap during the explosion.
Okay. As the fire washes over the large refugee gathering, singeing and burning many chanters, but not actually doing much more damage than they've already done to themselves. The whisperer gestalts still wavering and floating back and forth around this central, tiny little piece of rock and stone. They suddenly have an intrusion into their consciousness in space that they did not see coming, as from the hole in the ground that they themselves were preparing to collapse with their next tremor, out emerges Bit, kind of phasing into reality and reaching forward, burning sparks and energy, and just a layer of force field goes away, and a layer of force field goes away, and they turn back, and you can feel energy starting to yank you backwards, blunting your momentum, and then your index finger stretched forth just barely makes contact.
Okay, as soon as Bit can feel that he has made contact, fucking putting everything into this. So, is this, what type of spread is this?
This is not a spread. This is raw sparks.
Okay, I am committing 8 sparks
The entire wing can contribute as you see fit.
Am I allowed to use Haunted to double what my sparks count as for this?
Yeah, huh?
Okay.
Nope, all of it. Fuck it.
We're at-
8 sparks
okay.
straight in from Hunter.
All right, so we're at 16.
Are you throwing everything you've got into it, Dan?
Absolutely, I'm throwing everything I have into this.
Okay, you get an additional plus 10 if you've spent your last spark to this effect.
Yep. Okay, so that is 26 then.
26. Yep. 26 sparks?
And anybody can contribute to this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Me and Salamander are dead.
Yes. Chronicle, you wanna throw some sparks at this?
How many sparks can I mean,
as many as you want.
Sure. How many do you need? Because I've got plenty.
I don't know, but quite frankly, we're gonna blow up in a couple of minutes anyway. You might as well just throw everything we've got at this.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Maybe
I'm gonna give you 8.
Okay. Okay, so we're at 34. Do you want to give me? Can you give me one more?
I only have one left.
I think let him maybe survive this.
Okay, yeah, well, give us a chance to get one person out. Okay, so 34 sparks then.
Oh, wait, hold on. Wait. Is sparks all you can use to help this spread?
On
or no?
this one, yes.
Okay, damn.
Yeah.
So I'll guess I'll fluff this a bit, and then Wash can go from there. So basically,
I will tell you quick, you do succeed.
Okay. So basically, Bit is going to. So can you just describe the orb again?
It's not an orb. It is a. Hold on, let me get the. The wisp. There's an assortment of dust and breeze suspended in the air. It's a polished sliver of black stone.
Okay. So basically, Bit just barely reaches out and touches this stone, feels the sparks from the wing surge through him, through his talon, and up into his finger. And the finger will start to glow with an awesome power.
Shining finger!
Yeah.
Yes, and basically Bit will take the finger and basically push the stone closer and closer to his talon, and basically the points of light is getting brighter and brighter and brighter. And at the same moment that the orb, that his bright orange orb crushes into this stone against his index finger, Bit shatters into dust.
Okay. I've got a little short monologue to do here, but I also have one other thing for you. As you made the closest contact anyone has with the chant, you get the following card added to your deck, Dan. You can look at it. Yep.
Oh boy. What'd you get?
You pour your spiritual energy into the shard, overwhelming the tormented presence and cleansing it from the stone. The first thing you notice, the chronicle you notice, is silence. The chant stops immediately. A second later, the whispers fall to the ground. They are now simply corpses. The silence is broken quickly by moans and cries of pain. Many chanters in this room have suffered too much damage and will die within moments, but some will survive. And those refugees who manage to evade the chanters will all live, thanks to you, assuming you can stop the dragons.
Do we have a way of doing that?
Excellent question.
You have to run outside and use a diplomacy spread real fast.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Chronicle's the only one alive at this point, right?
You're alive with 1 spark and 1 health.
Great. It's my turn now, right?
Yes, but remember, you've so everybody who has sparks left as an attendant spirit can attach to Chronicle.
We've all burned everything.
Literally everyone has burned all
Oh,
of their
wow.
sparks.
Yeah.
Chronicle is all alone in this big world.
Remember, redraw Ziggy. You can make a grace spread to like stagger out heavily wounded and try and convince them that you actually beat it.
Great.
Also, I'm gonna keep to myself what that card was for now.
Cool.
Nice.
All right. Yeah, grace spread. Super. I have all 2 of those, and one of them is a trait that doesn't help me.
Use an environmental element to draw a card.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Bring the child all out.
Let's see.
Do we remove the affliction from the deck?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Everybody now, please and immediately remove all afflictions that are not also traits from your deck.
Oh god, it was my next card. Wow.
I assume not me because I'm still alive.
No, you guys cleansed the shard.
Oh, cool. Okay. There it is.
We are fighting dreamers.
Whoa.
Okay, great. Let's see. Grace to get back up there.
All you've got to do is get a message out some way. You don't need to like make contact with them. You just need to let them know that something has changed.
Okay. All right. So what I'll do is I will take the ragged tent. Let's see. We're underground though, right?
You're like
How
you're
far
like
are we
in a
from- how far are
cyberpunk
we
town
from the
square.
surface?
You're like 9 floors down. There's some light up there, but it's a ways up, and it's filtered through lots and lots of buildings and such.
All right. All right. This is all I can think to do right now. Okay. I will take the ragged tent, and I will using. You know what? Sure, because I'm wounded. Using my own blood, I'm going to draw the symbol of the Empire and the Dawn Command, and I'm going to use the cooking fire to try and lift it up to form basically like a flag to the surface that hopefully somebody could see.
Hey Ziggy.
Yeah.
Tell me if I'm railroading, but I remember what your talent is.
Yeah.
And and you've got a tradition specialty if you want to use those
Correct.
to signal. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean I was planning on using. Well, I was trying to do either diplomacy or tradition for this. So yeah.
Oh yeah. But that applies. So +5 from specialties.
Yeah. So if there's actually using tradition, if there's something I remember, some symbol that is like a well-known symbol of peace or end of conflict that I can paint on this tent flag that I'm trying to make.
Honestly, you can just send up a phoenix, and that would be well received. I think.
Oh, okay, sure.
Yeah.
Then I'll just do that then. Okay.
Or the Dawn Command symbol, whatever you want. You grew up on fire, right?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
whatever's the best symbol for that. So probably the phoenix. Okay. So yeah. So tradition. So that's +5. And then, let's see, the Grace here. I unfortunately can't use Commander on myself, which sucks.
It will be a plus, because it implies military experience. I will give you a +5 for it. 1, because I kind of want this to work, and
Okay.
2, because knowing military signaling.
Yeah. There's that. I don't have any other Grace cards, unfortunately. So using the environmental stuff, do I get more cards or no?
You get to draw 1 card for using an environmental element.
Card.
It's per turn.
Great, that's super helpful. Okay, so that's a total of 6 plus 10, so that's 16.
You got this.
I don't have any. Everything I have left is intellect shit.
See, shared strength. You may use any card as a Grace card, regardless of its real suit.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. All right, thank you. So that helps a lot. Yeah. Any 1 card or all cards?
Any 1 card.
Okay.
Any
so,
1.
All right, that's fine. Okay, so that's 6. That's 10. Plus 10, so that's 20. Yeah, I don't think. I mean, the Sparkle only had 21, so that's not enough for a threshold.
I will give this to you, Ziggy. Do you want to burn the last spark, because that generally comes with a burst of power?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
no, yes, absolutely.
Okay.
That you'll stagger out and declare victory through majestic power before collapsing.
Basically, yeah.
If I may, once again, feel free to tell me if I'm grandstanding on your behalf too much. But if you're using your last spark on this, I think you're firing this banner message into the air. It's going high. It's making it. It's barely clearing. It's hard to tell from down here if it's high enough. And you just reach forward and you pour your devotion and how much you believe in Dawn Command and always have into it. And your talon, which is a tapestry with the history of the phoenixes on it, just snakes up like a gigantic extra arm, impossibly long, pushes the banner the rest of the way up, and then ignites like a long stream of fire, burning in effigy of a phoenix into the sky.
Sure. Yeah, that'll be great. Journey style.
Okay. You guys succeeded by all dying.
Yay!
But you guys did, in fact, save the capital, and you guys accomplished your mission, which had nothing to do with Chanters, but was the thing you were actually here to do. In fact, the next day, Dawn Command will be a little bit perplexed, but luckily there was another team nearby. So the interlude I had planned was the survivors getting a boat ride back and the people who died getting to talk at Pyre. But guess what?
There's a penis drawn on the table.
Well, that was the tunnel, but sure.
You haven't added the balls yet.
I'm just gonna...
We
You know how to draw.
we succeeded thanks to the power of the penis.
Yep. Big dick energy saved the day.
So, in lieu of doing the interlude right away, and once again, thanks for putting up with my hunger-induced saltiness, I would like to go around the table in order of people who have died the least, and figure out what everyone's death was.
I mean, I guess since it's fitting, this is my first time dying. What
do you feel like you died for there?
Oh, very, very easily. Dying to save the lives of those who remain, for those that we can yet save.
Okay. I would have also accepted secrets for "Oh God, we're safe." I would have also accepted devoted. You died for duty.
Oh, I mean, I would imagine that is devoted.
Elemental's duty, devoted.
Sorry. I would have also what you described is very clearly devoted. I would have also accepted an elemental or secrets or shrouded if you wanted.
No,
that's
I'm
pretty clear for you. Yeah.
No, I'm good with devoted.
Okay.
Where is the devoted deck?
It is.
I think it's this green one over here.
There's only one. There's only one card in there.
No, it's a deck.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
it's deck.
I'll get you the relevant cards.
Okay,
Next.
thank you.
I think Eric's next.
Yeah.
Or Bit.
Yeah, Eric and Bit have both not died before, I think.
Nope, have not. I guess I can go. So
You go ahead, Bit.
how do we sorry, how do the different suits work as far as what you died for?
So, Durant is you died because you weren't tough enough, or strong enough, depending on the thing. Forceful is you couldn't get past a obstacle or weren't fast enough. Shrouded is you died for secrets either because they were kept or revealed at the wrong time. Bitters died in failure. Elementals died for duty. What am I missing? Oh, devoted died for others. I think that's all of them.
I think Bit died for duty. I think this is a case where Bit felt a massive obligation to not necessarily save people, but to succeed, to get the mission done.
Okay.
Especially and to prevent and to basically make sure that his wing was able to come out successful. Which is not something he's been able to do a lot in his life.
That makes sense.
All right. That's very nice. Who's left? Right, Eric. What did Salamander die for?
Well, I thought he died for duty, but then I thought about it, and as far as Salamander's concerned, they already completed their mission when they went back and died. So I don't think that's it. So I'm torn between Shrouded and Bitter, because for Shrouded it would be that we didn't figure out what was going on early enough to amend the mission parameters so that we could manage our resources effectively, because cards on the table, he's just a massive logistics weeb. That's what he cares about. Or Bitter because he wasn't able to get himself heard, so that we prioritized an effective mission over achieving every single goal that anyone wanted to achieve. And I can't decide between those two.
It's really what Salamander feels about it, if you need a tie break.
I'd say, Eric, another argument. I'm the one who convinced him to try and do this, so it might be dying for others.
No.
Okay.
Because the way that he saw that was, I don't think we should do this, and then everyone said, we're doing it. And he said, okay, well, there's nothing I can really do about this. Like, it's too late now.
Did you grab your card already?
Yeah, I got grabbed the card already.
Cool. It's a nice pick.
I honestly feel like all of us could justify Forceful because we didn't figure things out fast enough or get back down fast enough.
What'd you pick, Ziggy?
I guess I'll go.
I picked.
I guess I'll go Shrouded,
Devoted
because he feels like he didn't
Oh.
get enough information.
Okay.
Nice pick, Izzy.
You are going to have some interesting choices.
I think
Nick.
I think I'm probably competing with Eric for Shrouded because Hunter absolutely died thanks to a secret being revealed that she was unwilling to not try and stop from having bee problems.
Okay. In that case, you guys are picking from these three cards here. Nick, you also have access to a rank 3. I'm just looking for it.
I'm gonna be honest, I'm looking real hard at runing and trying to not justify that from tattoos.
Funny enough, I think I'm probably going to take the rank 1. I'm probably taking Firestarter.
No, I think I have to do that. Like, just with what's going on, Hunter's tattoos are becoming way more complex.
Nice. And Izzy, you've already telegraphed a little bit in chat, but
Yeah, no, like it was either going to be dying for the wing, but I'm pretty sure because he knew what he was getting into after they made the decision to go down there, and he beat up a bunch of Whispers, which he knew was his job, and he figured the wing could finish them off. However, as he was burning up, one of the chanters took the place of a Whisperer, and I'm like, well, then what was the point? So yeah,
You continue being the bitter.
I think I'm continuing to be the bitter.
Okay. They could only do that twice.
I'm also tempted by Borrowed Memories, but I really think like Rune Ink is the correct choice for where Hunter's going.
Bitter.
Is
that one?
this red bag here?
It's a rank 3.
Oh, is that one of the ones that you're only?
Yeah, because
Okay.
I've died a lot, because...
Here you go,
Reasons.
Izzy, I'll get out your relevant choices. Oh, shit! Those of you who are on your third life, you get a trait.
Yay! I was waiting for that.
I mean, we get a... Wait, I thought we got the 2 rank 3 things. We also get the purge
Yes,
card.
you also get another trait.
Oh, that's another card, right? There's rank
Right.
3 cards.
For second life, do we get anything other than a talent?
You get a 5 card of your choice and a talent.
2
Five.
sparks, also.
Yeah,
Get your
don't
talent.
forget talons. Wash, do I have another option?
I'm looking for it. Rank 2s.
Is that a 5 card?
Yeah. So you can take. Where'd they go?
I think Mind Trick is...
I have it here.
Oh, okay. Good.
Wait!
Yeah, you can pick a 5 card of one of the colors you have.
Tenacious Blood all the way. Are you kidding? I become a regenerator?
One minute.
So does
Where is
Elemental-
my rank 3 strength? There it is.
Ju-
Hey, Wash, please purge this for me.
What?
Does Elemental just have the 2 talents to choose from?
It has been being hard. It has been being hard. Yeah.
2 of us have taken Elemental so far.
Gotcha. Okay.
I will say, Dan, you get first shot at the elemental traits, one of which I know Nick really wants.
I grabbed I grabbed Firestarter out of the. Or,
Oh,
sorry,
right.
that's-
Never
that's
mind. You're rank
talents,
2. Yeah.
Also, Wash, if he's not grabbing it, I am totally taking the Lightning Strike for my special trait from my new power.
Nope. It has to be from the school you just got.
One unused rank 1 trait from any school from Runing.
Oh, from Rune Ink. Yeah. No. Because you're on your 3rd death, so you get a trait from the school you just died in.
No, this is a special thing from the Shrouded thing. I get specializations right now.
Yep.
I
So
guess
I'll take that. I need to look at basic traits that are not used.
I'll just take a rank 5 intellect card.
Hey, Wash, these two cards seem to be fused together, and I can't get them apart.
Oh, weird.
Here you go.
Thank you.
There we go.
Which one you grabbing?
I'm taking Exorcist.
Borrowed
My,
memories,
my
so
card.
good, so traumatic.
Wash, I need probably the elemental traits, but also I need the generic intellect and grace traits.
All right. I'm handling a lot at once. Nick, what was your before that? Because I know that one lets you switch it around. Nick and Izzy, what were your guys' schools just now? Right, Shrouded. They're Shrouded and
Bitter.
Yes.
I'll see.
Search.
I just
Alright,
realized, are
Izzy,
Hunter
you get-
and Salamander going to wind up in the same fucking crucible again?
Yep.
Uh-oh. We have lost the Eric.
Uh-oh. Izzy, you get to choose one of these 3 cards here to add to your deck.
Bloodthirsty counts as an affliction.
Yes.
I saw that and vaguely wanted it, but like we didn't tell, so I can't take it.
Yeah, but at the same time, power from pain just seems really good for me.
That sounds like your jam, Izzy. Like really, honestly, really.
Yeah.
Oh, here's the 5s.
So wait, do I get a 5 as well, or is that only for people who've died?
No,
twice?
that's even levels. You get to remove a card from your deck.
Okay.
Yeah. As I said, I purged one of my 3s.
I'm probably going to purge a 2.
That is correct for everyone who's not base forceful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm going to put
Rune Ink
things
is really
down next to
cool.
Ziggy
Darn it.
because I need to search through them.
Wait, what happened? Where's...
Also, Dan, you looking through Elemental right now?
No, I mean, I can only look
you
at the rank
take
1 and
a
rank
Did you
2.
take a shrouded trait already, Nick?
Yeah, duh. I'm taking Runing so fucking lootly, and I also
Trait.
took- Oh no, I'm taking the mind thing.
What?
I already took my Shrouded trait. It is Mind Trick. When you use this card in a skill spread, it is 5. You may discard it and burn 1 spark to either make my target exposed or make myself hidden. That is...
Gotcha. That'll work for you.
I feel like that is the most appropriate thing I can take given what just happened.
All right, and watch. I can just get a rank 5 intellect card.
Yep.
Right.
You can have a maximum of 2 of the of any one card type, so you can have up to 2 of those. But yeah, here you go.
Wash, where is the Elemental deck?
Right here.
Great, I'm grabbing the thing I'm grabbing.
Yep.
Maybe I will eventually learn this as a true power, but for now... Yeah, it's rank 1. It has to be rank 1. I'm returning.
What makes more sense for me to get rid of a strength 2 or a grace 2?
What are your combat styles?
I have 1 combat style. It uses strength and grace for attack.
Get rid of strength.
Ziggy, Dan, and Eric. You guys get to pick talents.
I took Devoted Bond and I took Exorcist. That's what I did.
Oh, okay.
Talon.
Oh, Talon.
Weapons. I'm not thinking whether or not I should swap mine out in all honesty.
They are all double-sided. They all have a thing that flips them.
Wash, where does this card go now?
What death do you get a Talon on?
2.
Second.
Yeah.
Death. Okay.
Well, you all start with 1. This is its special ability.
Okay.
Also, Wash, do we get extra health levels or sparks?
Yes. I said I was going to do an interlude, and I'm happy to watch. I'm not sure I have energy to do a deep dive on expectations, though I am happy to hear what you guys want going forward.
Okay.
I'm going to use the bathroom in a bit, but I'm going to take this.
After I check those numbers, I'm going to get some water.
Okay.
Also, good plan.
Yeah, let's see. At level 2, you have 12. At rank 2, you have 12 sparks. At rank 3, you have 14. At rank 3, you do gain a new health level. You will have 6.
I now have 6, so can you loan me one of my health levels?
So we have 12 sparks now?
At rank 2, yes.
Yep.
Well, I'm interested.
Did you grab your
the-
5 card, Ziggy?
Yeah, it's Exorcist. Yeah.
X. No, your 5 card.
Yeah, that's Exorcist.
No, like you get to add a 5 grace or
Yeah. 5. Oh, like a 5 number card. I see.
Uh-huh.
Sorry.
one of those two. Your choice, grace or.
Be right back.
Does that mean I don't get Exorcist then?
No, you do. You get
no,
an
you
addition.
do. This is
Talent?
just a thing you get for level 2.
Okay, gotcha.
Every even level, you get to add a 5 to your deck.
I see. Okay.
Okay.
Is there a bag of sparks?
Yeah, there's an infinite one right here.
Ah, okay, cool. Thank you.
I'm thinking either Dream Shadow or Bastion.
Well, you guys can work it out because you're working from the same pool.
I honestly don't care if none of these talons particularly interest me.
Sorry, Ziggy.
Not even Thought Coil?
I mean, or to add 5. I mean, like, yeah, I guess that's generically helpful. So I guess if I had to pick one, it would be that one.
So how do you hide? How do you get hidden?
There's mechanics for it mostly. If you guys had wanted to take a Chant Affliction card, you could be hidden for 2 rounds. Dan, as a Shrouded, has lots of hidden stuff.
Yeah, honestly, which is funny because like I probably would never take Dream Shadow because I already have like 3 ways to hide.
When you're hidden, you can't be attacked unless something specifically avoids it, which does happen, but it's rare.
Yep, it's happened once or twice, I think.
Yeah, no, it happened in the last one because while you were supernaturally afraid, the thing that eats fear could tell you where you were.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Are there double-sided of these white and black beads? Like the thing Nick has that's currently purple.
Yeah, I
asked him
can
to make-
clone more.
Could you make one that's black and red for me?
Sure.
I want them. I would like them for health levels, just so it's easier to track.
Yeah. Real quick. Phoenix hidden when you can't be targeted by attack, and you get +2 bonus to any attack spread you make against an unwary target. You want orange, Izzy?
Red, please. Or yeah, orange. Orange is my color. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. I will throw these
One.
back in the bag.
I may take Valoria.
You may take which one?
Cool.
Valoria.
I don't know what that is.
The Talon.
+2 attack Talon.
Oh. And burn one spark to flip.
Yeah, but it's burn one spark to flip both ways, so it seems like a pretty versatile, like...
Yeah, that's the point of that one. I mean, Izzy has the one that is +2 attack, take a wound to get +4 attack to the end of the scene.
Yep. Did someone take the +2 defense one? Because that was the other one I was debating whether or not it would make sense for me to swap to.
That one is extremely good because none of you are particularly resilient at the moment.
I feel like I might want to swap to that one if no one else has taken it.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Wait,
Yeah,
what's your
does anyone-
Talon?
Does anyone mind if I
One
take
right.
Thought
Where is it, Watch? Because you only have 3 out. Ziggy, you may want to look at the one that I might give up for that from potential, maybe a little rebuild.
Attack, make attacks with range. Yeah, I might do that one. Yeah, making attacks at range.
Yeah, Wash, where is the bonus defense unless Dan took it?
I can't. I've only died once.
You mean Bastion?
once you get your
So
talent.
okay, people's hands are all over it.
Oh no, never mind. Eric took it.
The +2 defense is Bastion. I took
It's
the
right
one
here. It's
that...
one I'm flipping.
Yeah, no, it's right here.
Wait, Eric, the one right in front of you is Valoria. It's +2 attack, flip it, burning a spark, +2 defense.
Yeah, +2 defense is like half of the cards up there.
This one. Bastion.
Never mind. The one that you took was the one that I was initially interested in maybe respecing to, but never mind, you got it. Do your thing. Wait. What is endurance?
What?
For Bastion. It says double your endurance.
Oh, your health levels become 4s instead of 2s. It's real good.
Do I swap to that? Because I haven't really been using my talent that much, in all honesty.
Is it doubles? Is it makes it 4 for that one turn, or is it makes it 4 permanently?
Against that attack.
And then for the rest of the scene, you have +2 defense naturally.
Okay.
But I want to take damage.
No, this is not a question for you, Izzy.
Yeah, I know. I now have a straight-up regeneration ability.
All right, everybody, let me know when everybody's done making mechanical choices.
I believe I'm done. And I've updated my sheet on Drive.
I'm probably going to stick to the same. I made my choice. I will live with my choice.
Okay, I'll be taking Thought then if nobody else. That's it.
I think I get to take a trait, but other than that, that's it.
You get to add a 5 and gain a lesson.
No, I gained a lesson, and my lesson says I can select a basic intellect or grace trait.
Oh, nice.
That is
Am I
also
right?
true. The basic stuff. Grace traits there. There's 1 or 2 more that I haven't ported into the game. You said intellect or grace. Here's intellect.
Does everyone? Do I get a lesson as well?
You get a lesson from
Yeah, you got hidden secret. No.
You got
What was the
Firestarter.
thing you picked? Yeah,
I
you picked up
Firestarter.
Firestarter.
Okay. Okay.
You got your 5 card.
Yeah, I got my 5 card.
Okay, yeah, then you're good.
Okay.
Level 3, you get a new trait, a new lesson, and a new health level. You also get 2 more sparks at rank 2.
Oh, neat. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll add a couple more.
Also, guys, I'm sorry if I caused all of us to die, but
Oh,
It was fine with it.
it's okay. Pout died. Pout's been very bipolar each death. at this point.
As I said, this actually hit one of my characters. She takes this very seriously, things for what was revealed.
Maybe not use bipolar lightly.
Why is there a 2 there? Oh, that's my deck, and this is dumb. Okay. I now know what is going on with sorting my cards. But
Mikey, all of a sudden, Jesus.
I think I want this one. I haven't even looked through the rest of them, but I think I want
which one did you grab, Eric?
supernatural senses.
Oh yeah, that's legit. I looked at that, but I was like, no, I think for my character, I'm grabbing small and quick plus never gives up as my temporary traits.
I thought somebody had small and quick.
I did, and then you gave me the option to pick haunted instead.
Oh, yeah.
Your fault.
What does small and quick give you?
I
believe it's a 5 on defense.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just get a 5 on defense, and like I actually gain bonuses when I successfully defend with one of my combat styles.
Okay. Is everybody good mechanics?
I think so.
I think I'm good at mechanics. I have made some choices, all right.
All right. I'm gonna go around the table, and everybody, tell me what's different about you when you come back from the Crucible. From your new lessons, how your Talon is stronger. From what 5 got added to your deck, is your demeanor different? Has your uniform, body, or Talon changed?
Can I go first? Because if I have the ability to like join Crucible with someone, I absolutely will for fluff reasons.
If anybody wants to get together for Crucibles, I would be down for it. That's maybe not tonight, though. I have a few other things. Brain. Yeah, you can go first, though.
If Hunter winds up in the same Crucible with Salamander again because they're the same fucking suit again, or class again, one of the first things she's going to say because she felt him leave earlier is, "We did it. We actually pulled it off.
He just
It
keeps.
wasn't in vain."
Oh, I meant like, how do you physically appear different?
Oh no, physically it's much more. Hunter's tattoos now glow with like a silvery light and morph around as the memories of the counter song are there and also other things.
Okay. I'm just going to keep going clockwise. Eirik, how are you different? Or Eric?
He's like everything's just a step off. He's a little bit more tan. His eyes are a little less abnormally blue. His hair's like a dusty blonde instead of completely pale. And he seems to move a little bit more naturally.
Pout.
Pout has come out of his Crucible. His colors are faded a little bit more, not to the point where he was for his first life, but a little bit dingier. And at this point, rather than like pulling coins out of people's ears and doing like little hand magic things, he's doing a couple more geek tricks, which are those carny tricks where it's like that should be causing you a ton of pain, and he's learned through this pain this go around.
Okay. Bit.
Well, where before, obviously, it might be a while before any of you actually see Bit, but when he does make himself visible, Bit is a little different. His posture is a little straighter. He kind of still walks pretty much silently, but with a little more confidence almost. His eyes are a little bit more saturated. There's a little bit more kind of life to them. And at the center of his talon, the orange jade orb, there's almost a little flickering of what looks like a bit of fire in there. just this tiny sort of flickering glow. And you can almost hear kind of whispers like smoke coming from it if you listen very, very closely.
And Chronicle. See?
We've lost him.
Yes. Let's see. Chronicle is weirdly enough, Chronicle actually looks a little older. Like he was already pretty old before, but now he looks like more wrinkled, a little more bent over. But despite that, the cloak that he wears, the tapestry depicting the Phoenix Dawn, it's more elaborate. It has instead of like the grayish, like almost the grayish rags that he was wearing around the tapestry have gotten a little cleaner, a little brighter, and the tapestry itself, the sash, has not only gotten a little bigger, but it actually parts of it seem to have spread onto the cloak itself, becoming more elaborate, and you can see kind of on some of the detailing, it looks to be shining a little bit. That's that.
I like. I will also say you guys are going to get major kudos when you get back to Pyre. They'll be a little annoyed you all died because they have to send Mercy's team to go pick up Eldan, but you got him out alive.
Killed a major thing.
After.
We got 10 minutes before a cutoff. Instead of open form RP, how do you guys feel about the system? What is stuff that you want to delve more into? Is there any problems, pacing, good things? I will listen and type. Words. This important though. I'm trying to figure out the tone to set for the future. Also, stuff like how would you guys feel if I killed one of you super early, or stuff like that as an attendant spirit and things like that? Because I want to fine tune combat
all of us have
going
died
forward.
at least once now. So
Yes, but we've had relatively little attendant spirits.
Yeah, I think honestly that would be fun to kind of do that, kind of at least have the opportunity to do that a little more often.
Yeah, sure, we could do it. Yeah, I would say probably. Yeah, I don't mind us dying so much. Some of the some of the abstract is a little difficult for some of the problems.
That is very fair.
But I mean, the card system itself is pretty neat and it's interesting. Yeah.
Some of the comments I've been...
the first thing that I would say is like a tone thing is my guy is very built out backstory wise to be someone who cares a lot about tactics and a lot about figuring out the most efficient way through, and handling trade-offs. And I don't know if it was just this mission. It seemed really, really chaotic. So if that's not going to be something that's going to work out, let me know so I can respec his personality a little sooner than later.
Once again, that was a little bit on me. I am not at my best right now.
No, I mean, to me, it felt like a like team decision making process thing more than a like the situation presented by the game. So
gotcha. Yeah, well, I wasn't pouring gas on the pace this time.
No, honestly, I feel like the timer contributed to not making tactical decisions. So if anything, I would say that was not it.
I kind of agree. I sort of like that. I kind of like that we kind of have to make decisions and live with the consequences, because it seems to fit better with how freeform this is.
Yeah, and plus,
Sorry, does that mean you guys want me to keep the fast mode, or like give you a little bit more time to think and do tactics and stuff?
I was like gonna keep the fast one. Like obviously, there's times where it'll make more sense in the campaign to kind of slow things down for a bit. But I think I think at least in like combat and like these kind of time crunch scenarios, I think the high pace works.
Okay.
I think another thing I went into this session assuming this, but I also was like, I tried to enter the mindset of, we are in a mystery game. Like, as much as we're in a tactical combat game, we are also in a mystery game, and that's why I pushed as hard as I did then.
Okay. What were you saying before, Ziggy? Sorry for interrupting.
No, I just concur with getting at least some of the fast timer stuff because, in all honesty, just knowing who we are as players, if you give us enough time, we're going to sit around pontificating and planning until literally our time runs out.
Mm-hmm.
So having something at our backs will help with that.
I'd say,
and the system is kind of built around that too. So,
to the thing you put in for mystery emphasis, realizing what we can make spreads against and what we can't is, I think, still a challenge.
yeah. So that is one of the things I wanted to bring up because I know at least you, Izzy, have brought this up before, that this feels a little bit more board gamey than RPG.
Yeah,
and I definitely get that feeling whenever I'm running something I didn't write. And I think that this game is going to have a little bit more of that than your average D&D session or groups game, no matter what, because it's cards and it's a little bit more narrow focused. But I was basically going to say, is this more board gamey formulaic thing good or bad overall? I can kind of lean into it or lean away from it a little more.
I think give more alternate paths.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm kind of digging it, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, I'm enjoying this thoroughly. It's just, there is a difference. Like, when I'm in RPG mentality, it's like, all right, let's talk and figure this out. Board game mentality, it's like, all right, we know we have a 10-minute timer. Why are we still talking to this guy? We need to do X and do Y kind of thing. Like, that plus time crunch is very much just like Gordian knot mindset.
I have considered making like a shot clock on player turns, but that always gets a little weird.
I will say from this session, we passed with strength and going fast means the enemy gets a free attack felt really not great for me when we were trying to like drop right on top of them.
I think that makes perfect sense. We had
that
5
makes
minutes.
perfect sense
We had
to me
5
as well.
minutes to go.
It was the combo of they get a free attack and we are also super far away from our objective. As opposed to like,
I think that
I don't think we were that far away. Like
I think we were remarkably
literally we did all that we did in the space of one turn. I literally did not get a turn until after combat was over.
I think we were remarkably lucky to get it off the way that we did because we went in with an incredibly low amount of wounds and an incredibly low amount of resources, and we walked into the boss fight of that mission.
Yeah, we were low on resources and
like,
time.
if I had grace cards in hand rather than strength cards, it just would have been strictly better without anything else changing.
There's a difference between optimal and realistic.
I mean, yes, but like, it feels like strength skill spreads are really weak. Is one of the actual things I would say is a problem, and I think we talked about
that is a symptom of the two first missions are a bit intellect heavy.
It's even just strength versus grace. I feel like if I'm ever making a skill check, I want grace and not strength.
I have a question for the room.
Strength characters in game.
What's up?
How much, as a team, do we want to focus on optimizing out of character versus roleplay?
For my part, I'm very much leaning roleplay, since honestly, a lot of that comes down to like, if we're talking like deck optimization, like I think it's really all about the roleplay as far as how your deck comes together.
Yeah,
that was another thing that really attracted me to the system in the first place.
I agree with Dick. I think there's a question for like tactics and who takes what action is the other big question.
Yeah.
So
as long as we make a decision quickly, I kind of like having a little discussion.
So I guess what I'm aiming at is that if I'm sitting in Salamander's head, then he has a lot of issues with how the mission went, and wasn't able to really discuss any of them. Me as a player would not have bleed over with that character if we were explicitly trying to do meta tactics, but I got caught up in meta tactics while I was playing a character who did not want to do the meta tactics. And I don't know how to handle situations like that in the future because I ended up IRL mad, and I would like to not do that with you guys because I like you guys.
I'm sorry, Eric.
It's okay. Like, I realized what was happening because I've been LARPing and tabletop role playing for a long time. It's just if we're going to talk about optimizing the game for the future, I want to figure that out now while I have like a literal entire death and then a role play session with you in the Crucible to figure out how I'm going to adjust my character so that I'm not a problem on the team. So, like, I'd just like to figure out how we want to handle situations where, like, the optimal thing would be against the character of one of the characters. Is it
So-
something that we want to prioritize completing the mission? Or do we want to prioritize playing the character accurately to the way that we've laid them out? Because, like, I would read it as almost like playing Sentinels, the board game, versus, like, playing a hardcore RP D&D session. Like, which way do we want to lean on that?
I think one of my problems there is I have been mentally since session one going, okay, there is the stated mission and there is the real mission, and trying to figure out what the differences are between them.
There's also a question there because this isn't supposed to be a super long game. Like, if we want to, if we have more non-combat content, I've got to throw a few more sessions on, because I know everybody likes to talk in character, and I do not have any problem with that. I just want to have realistic expectations about how long the game goes.
I mean, I think the way, at least from my perspective, the way the game's been structured so far, it feels like things are like run best when there's role play, but kind of within the confines of like completing the mission and or figuring out what the hell the mission is.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say maybe leaning towards the mission more so.
I do kind of want to have interludes every once in a while, but yeah, I'm worried they will all get squeezed out if I'm just running mission. Okay, I guess if we've got 20 minutes left.
And so my problem there is the question of, and Eric, correct me if I'm wrong here, but there's a problem of what the stated objectives are versus what the additional revealed objectives are when we're halfway through and finally figure something out.
Well,
Like,
I don't think it's that deep. So, like, I created a character that's very much like to blow my backstory out in the open because it is kind of the critical point where I need to decide whether I'm going to keep it or not. He died because he was working for people who couldn't make up their goddamn mind about what they wanted, and he was the best person to run missions. So he got sent with people that he didn't know and didn't trust, and then one of them turned around and killed him. So he likes to be on top of the goals, and he likes to achieve the mission, and he's willing to do anything to achieve the mission. He's also very wary about wasting resources. So achieving the mission and then going back and doing another mission that we weren't dispatched for is something that would have had to be our harder sell to him. But I brushed him aside because I knew that it was going to kill the session if I dug my heels in right then. And I would like to know whether to make him a different person or to keep the character and let you guys know that you need to be ready to convince him to do things sometimes. Because he had no idea what you guys went through before. And the investigation checks were A, assuming that we didn't know the real mission, which is meta, and B, assuming that he knew that there was this, like, being tied to an orb thing, which he wasn't around for. So it's just one of those, like, are you guys willing for my character to be averse on occasion when he doesn't agree with the plan? And if the answer is no, then I can rejigger him because I'm a pretty good character writer and I have an entire death and several other things that I can work with to make him different.
I, as a GM, am good with whatever you want to do. That just kind of goes back to the are we running this bop mission time crunch which it sounds like things people are into, or do we take more personal time? And no matter what, we're going to get some of both.
I think that's orthogonal to mission time crunch. Like, it again, please correct me if I'm wrong, but it sounds like one of the challenges is we go in with stated objectives like accomplish A, B, and C, and then something shows up that maybe we want to do D and E, and Salamander wants to stick to accomplish A, B, and C and then get out. Is that accurate, Eric?
Yeah, or at least like discuss the resources. But I think that like the way that you're stating it makes it sound like it's a story structure issue. Though the way that I'm stating it, I'm intending to state that it is a character issue and that it is an inner character conflict issue. Because there is no reason that he can't be persuaded to do things. It just means that we have to want that kind of roleplay. And if we don't want that kind of roleplay, then I can change him, because it's more important that this goes smoothly than that I stuck with my original thing that I drafted out of like that balls in 2 pages of the player manual. You know?
I think my major feelings are, if that roleplay is also going to count down the minutes until we all die, I think that's a problem. Does that make sense?
I mean, but so does snap-second decisions on what action we're going to do, where we don't discuss it, and then we end up...
If we roleplay for 10 minutes and then the situation gets worse, is where my complaint would be. Does that make sense?
I'll rewrite my character.
But I don't know.
I'll get back to you guys next
should also say something, because I've been saying a bunch.
That is also kind of how RPGs work sometimes. You do not go in with perfect information.
It's not a matter of perfect information. It's a matter of it is kind of a matter of balancing if we are sticking with the time clock thing, which is perfectly fine, but that also means that if we are constantly on the clock, like if there is not a break in the scene for us to talk, not even just about the mission, but just anything, then it becomes restrictive.
Yeah. I also think I want to say to you guys, I think next week we're just going to do some time to talk, and everybody's going to get like some time in their crucible, if that's okay with all of you, because it sounds like giving everybody a chance to have at least a little character development.
Sure, but I think my big thing for that, for Eric not necessarily having to rewrite everything, is if you as game master say, okay, I realize that there's going to be, in real time, somewhere between 5 and 20 minutes of in-character discussion for do we accomplish a side objective that needs to be built into the clock on missions. That sounds fine to me. Does that make sense?
Yeah. That's the thing I was already spinning over in my head.
Yeah, it's mostly out of character, and like I'm mostly like, don't make roleplay punish objectives in character.
I don't think I've done that. The thing I was more worried about is we have hard stops at 10 and we start at 7, so we've got 3-hour sessions, and I can either pour on the gas or allow everybody to roleplay as much as they want,
So Nick,
or find a middle ground.
From where I'm sitting, inherently, roleplay is going to punish players because we're in a gritty system and you can't achieve all of the objectives that you want to achieve. Like, your character was very, very invested in this mission. There may have been another way to do things where we could have gone back for reinforcements or explored that path at all, and we didn't because you were very invested, which is good roleplay. My character was very not invested, and I did not invest in that roleplay because of the potential detriment. So I'm just trying to see how much we're willing to lose over a character objective versus how much we want to optimize. And what I'm hearing is that I'm going to do a significant overhaul on my character, because I don't think that with the time restrictions that we have and the balancing that we're already doing between roleplay and mechanics, that we're going to have the time or spoons to deal with a party that is not a party that's more the Teen Titans than the Avengers. I'm going to kick it a little bit more Avengers side. I'm going to manufacture some consent for you guys. I'll get back to you.
I think that's one that can be very based off time crunch. Like, if we had 2 hours rather than 10 minutes, I feel like we could have had the discussion, but the other problem is things are really weird with async and voice communication. Like I normally assume things will take 3 to 4 times as long on an online game than an in-person game.
Yeah, I'm just not going to have a chance to rewrite my character in the middle of a combat when we realize that we only have 10 seconds to make a decision, and I don't want to punish anybody for slighting Salamander in his head. So I'm going to rework him so you guys don't have to worry about that. Because otherwise he's going to be really, really pissed at you after this. So I'm gonna tone him down a little bit.
So I do have one quick. Well, on the GM side, I think future sessions will go faster because I won't be checking a book I didn't write. I will be checking scenarios that I put together myself, which always makes things go faster. Though that is not directly related to the issue we're talking about. Second thing, Blinker. While we're talking about in character time, does anybody feel like they have been spotlight deficient? Feel free to private message me if you don't want to make it a public thing. Or anything of that nature. Does everybody feel like they're getting enough screen time?
I feel like I've been taking too much, in all honesty.
I think Bit's mostly been getting the right amount for Bit. Like he gets like 1 or 2 notable moments a session, and then is kind of quiet because that's kind of what I intended.
Mm-hmm.
I punch things good. That's all I do.
Yeah, I guess it could probably stand for a little more spotlight. Sure.
Yeah.
Like I said, I think I've been taking too much, but part of that is also I am prone to going, well, no one's doing anything, time to do something.
I'm happy with my amount of time on screen. I think that rejiggering my character will make my time on screen more effective. So I think that I'm en route to being pretty okay.
Okay. Let's see. That gives me some idea of how to rebalance some things going forward.
I will say also, I'm absolutely playing an optimist. If it turns out that someone's mad at Hunter over trying to pull those things off, that actually feels reasonably in character for someone to argue about.
Okay. I mean, would it ever be appropriate to say, no, that's too optimistic, I'm not doing it?
I feel like, yes, the problem is the meta answers we're also in a mystery game is the one, like, I am out of character sort of stuck on that one.
I feel like you're focusing too much on the mystery thing, Nick.
Yeah, I do. I do too, Nick.
A little bit.
Like,
fair enough. I'm trying to figure things out, but that's fair. I can tone that down too.
Like I think that's the thing is like because the mysteries are also fairly self-contained.
They're also really straightforward.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
what's causing the tremors? Let's go look. Oh, we found the thing that's causing the tremors. Let's break the thing. That's a 2-step process.
It is, the problem is we had to decide between everyone gets out alive and that. Like, that
Yeah,
was...
I mean, the entire system's backbone and story structure is Phoenixes don't have a lot of downsides to fucking up, but your job is to save people. That's the inherent trade-off.
Mm-hmm.
And we did that. In spades.
Right, but that sounds like where part of the conflict is is that, like, our actual goal was to save a specific person, and we added the rest of the people with him because we didn't want to, like, knock him out or kidnap him. That was at least my take on it.
Yeah, there's also, you could have tried to convince him to go by himself if you wanted to. But I also wasn't sure how many of the players wanted to leave behind people to die.
Yeah, I mean that's an in-character conflict of, as the Phoenix Dawn, are we soldiers or are we heroes? And that's,
I'm fine with you guys having disagreements in character. Sorry.
Yeah, no, disagreements are fine. Like I said, I think we just need to make sure that we're able to that we have the time to accommodate both, because we don't want to we don't want to have to just shove aside one thing to do another. And quite frankly, I don't know how much time people are willing to devote to this campaign, but I am perfectly willing to have missions take more than one session.
I agree with Ziggy. Like, if there's an in-character discussion that should happen, I'm fine with missions taking multiple sessions, or 2 or even 3.
Okay. I was very nervous to move forward with that, considering one of the selling points at the start of this was, hey, this will go for about 10 sessions, and this will stretch that out.
If this
I am
does
willing to do
extend-
it, and I would love to jigger with the pacing on that. Just want to make sure everyone's cool with it.
I mean, I don't know if I can physically do more than 10 sessions is the thing.
And I, for the long term, am not available on Thursdays. I'm on a channel that's going on hiatus, but they'll be back. So I would eventually need us to move schedule. Which is probably bad. Like, it works for everybody else, so don't let me drag you off of the day that works, because I know that scheduling tabletops is hell.
Also, at the end of the day, I want everybody to be having fun. That's why we're here.
Yeah, but like, I have heard that I should try and do less mystery stuff, so I will try and focus on that less.
Well, I mean, also, if we want a Chaos Monkey more, then I can not be a grumpy team uncle.
I was gonna say, Eric, I heard from you other people. I am probably pushing too hard on that.
Okay.
I think in-character Hunter is going to lean hard on Phoenixes are meant to be heroes, but that's an actual in-character argument.
Yeah, that would help if it was something that we could push back on in character.
Also, like I said, I think both to try it out and because I kind of want to give you all a chance to have your characters breathe a little bit. Next session is going to be everybody hangs out on Pyre, and we'll do some flashes to the crucibles.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Anybody have anything else they want to talk about? I've rallied slightly because I got water and some snacks.
Water important.
Yes.
Hail hydrate.
I am having a lot of fun, and I'm glad that you are all at the table, and that this group is a lot of fun, and I'm happy that everybody cares enough to have opinions on things, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Like, I was the problem child today, and thank you guys for bearing with me. But I would not bring stuff up if I didn't really want to play this game with you guys.
I greatly appreciate you talking about it before it becomes like a real world issue.
Seconding that.
And like, I was balancing a lot of plates today, but I didn't necessarily notice it, so thank you.
Oh, I mean, since it was a roleplay thing, I figured that like nobody would know unless I said something. I was like, I gotta use my words like an adult. God damn it!
Communication's important. Fuck.
Part of that was also I wanted to figure something out. My character does not have the capability of figuring it out, so I was like, which other player might be interested?
And I'm, to be clear, I'm entirely okay that it went that way this time, because I could tell that you really wanted it, and you were essentially like, look, this is my character's thing, and I was like, okay, we're just gonna make this happen. I just wanted to make sure that we had a way, as time moves forward, so that Salamander could still do his thing of being a stick in the mud. Because that's how I wrote him.
I think if this is a case where, like, if in character there was more resistance to it, like, I think Bit actually probably would have spoken up more about it, because honestly Bit was pretty invested in doing this as well, but it wasn't. It ended up not being as needed for that to come up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll push a little harder next time now that I know that we're okay arguing a bit.
That's
good.
an even better way to put it. I started this because I thought the system was fascinating, and I needed to know whether it was genius or insanity. And I'm very happy that everybody. Yeah.
I don't know enough about mechanics to tell the difference, but I'm liking it.
The conversation has not evolved in the direction of this game is good or this game is terrible. It has evolved in the direction of, does everybody have the pacing they want to get everything they want out of it? Which is, I think, a net positive, but yeah.
Yeah, I think pacing is actually the big question where. And Eric wasn't here for this. I feel like the first mission we had the pacing where we could have had that debate, but this mission we didn't.
Yeah. Yeah. Mission 1 was extremely snappy, and I tried to have some lulls and then punctuate them. Mission 2 was gas, 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 and then the second half of the session was Wash is brain dead and doing his best, so he can't do that tonight.
I think the big thing is I feel like use gas, gas, gas sparingly if we don't want mega party conflict.
Yeah. Also, like, Mission 1, which, Eric, you weren't there for, was, like...
My
the
plot.
entire mission... Yeah, the entire mission took place over maybe 10, 15 minutes.
Oh, wow.
And that's the thing I meant is, like...
Well,
this mission
in-game
took 2
minutes,
seconds,
anyway.
but we also had a lot longer in character, but it felt like we were under a higher time crunch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like, I'm pretty much viewing us as, like, we are an elite SWAT team. Mission parameters don't always stay the same.
Which we did. We had the feeling of... Like, the mission had the feeling of, like, a close quarters combat airsoft game.
Mm-hmm.
Which was awesome. Like, I enjoyed that vibe. Our team did not have the vibe of an elite SWAT team. and that's where I got stressed, because I was like, but my character wants an elite SWAT team. Do I need to adjust that, or can I start yelling at people?
No!
It sounds like it's a little of both. It sounds like I can yell at people sometimes. So I'll adjust my character a tad, which makes sense for character growth. I'm doing the SpongeBob imagination gesture over here.
I mean, you made a tunnel. I assumed the efficient thing to do was I will go in the tunnel.
Yes, that was exactly what I planned. Correct, yes.
See, I'm on the same wavelength as you. We're the most efficient members of the party. Which means, by virtue of that, I get to give you a rubber nose.
Oh, God.
All right, Sam Rockwell for Mr. Right.
As I said, Eric, if you want to have the practical versus idealistic argument in Crucible, I'm happy to do that. It's really weird being on the opposite side of that.
Also,
we'll see how it goes. I'm very excited to see what happens in the Crucible this time around.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I also have a card up my sleeve if the Crucible doesn't go great and the character doesn't work out in long form. I have an ace up my sleeve and I can rejigger it.
I'm gonna try to poke everybody a little bit about mentors before next week too.
Except for me.
Seed some of this stuff.
Oh wait, are we getting Bit's original mentor? That's the question.
Oh, I have ideas for you, Bit. Or not Bit. I have ideas for you, Pout.
Question, Wash. Does regaining an HP mean you lose a wound?
Yes, it does.
Well, I guess it's not as busted as I thought.
Which thing did you grab?
If I at the end of my turn, if I have 1 wound remaining, I regain an HP.
Yep. You guys now have natural low-level regen on 1 party member.
The one who's going to try and die first every session.
The one who draws additional cards from getting hit.
I know what I said.
Yeah. I've told you guys what my out-of-character goal is for this character.
Oh, yeah.
First to level 7.
I'll admit I was not expecting to die this session, but then something super relevant came up this mission.
There it is. Thanks, Brain.
I'm glad I finally got a chance to die.
I think I want to make sure that this is okay. Like, the straightforward missions are going to be the exception to the rule. Like, I want to throw a lot of left plot hooks at you guys.
That is also the reason why I've been in mystery game mindset, or expect everything to go haywire. And the real objective to not be the objective anymore. Or
that's
the
okay.
initial stated objective. I am trying to give knowledge into thought process to other players.
I get that. Just as long as you understand, you won't always get every answer, and that's not a failing.
Oh, yeah.
On your part, the system's, or mine.
Well, it's a failing on Pout.
Sure. We can all blame that.
Also, like,
Chronicle didn't laugh at my joke this time.
Seeking the
Laugh at the
Mystery
joke.
was in line with the majority of character and player goals this time. So for me, it's just knowing how loud I can be in the middle of a conflict to try and affect the decision making. And I think I got a good feel for that.
Yeah, I'm mostly just like, if we're going to have lots of inter-party conflict, I don't want it also eating away at the time clock.
So
Does that make sense?
the game is also designed from the ground up that if you guys are not working together a lot, you will die. You have a little bit of extra power on your hands because the game is also designed around 3 to 4 level player parties, and we ended up with a 5-player party, which definitely helped you guys cleansing that shard there. Also, little bit of plot information. That little shard, Nick, as a Shadowvar, you would have been able to know this. Other people, as Intellect Phoenixes, I think would have been able to figure it out as well. Especially Pout.
I am not.
Especially
intellect.
Bit. Especially Bit, because he's the Secrets Phoenix. That is a shard of a Shadowvar stone, where their tradition was you engrave songs that should never actually be sung into that material and then lock them away.
Bastards.
And it's a shard of a much larger stone.
Well, I'm going to have conversations with Bit when we get out of the Crucible.
That seems like a very bad idea, like that in the entire practice.
There's magic in music. Sometimes you figure shit out and you're like, oh wait, no, maybe not. Maybe we should lock this away.
The
You
way
just
I
have
like
like a pile of magical radioactive waste hidden, and it's all like turbo cursive.
I love the
Okay.
chant because it's what would happen if a lich was actually a bard and went fuck it.
I mean, this is also the entire reason why Hunter was super like, no, we have to deal with this.
This is up there with the lich who bound their soul to their catchiest song instead of a phylactery.
Wait. When did we put Elvis into this?
Every time somebody sings Blue Suede Shoes, he has a chance to come back.
Thank you very much.
Oh, weird story. We're pretty sure that Blue Suede Shoes is based on my grandparents.
Really?
Because that band was playing before the song was written at a bar that my grandparents went to, and my granddad had blue suede shoes, and he was teasing my grandma, and he was talking about like, hey, don't you step on my blue suede shoes. So I don't know how folkloric it is, because there's no going back and verifying that, but that's the family story anyway.
Also, as a note for that I put in thing, I was so close to picking Bitter this session because Hunter's obsession got everyone killed.
Well, that's what you were striving for, right? Getting everybody killed.
I was striving for saving thousands to, like, potentially millions of people. I don't know what population demographics are in this world.
Millions is probably a stretch at this point, but definitely thousands. It's like the capital city of a continent. A lot of people.
I just realized this is the board game version of Ryla and the Last Dragon.
I was gonna say, like, the city of Rome got into multiple millions at its most populous during the Roman Empire.
Yeah, but we're not at Rome here yet.
Well, yeah, because this fort was effectively like if the chant had gotten out here, the capital would have fallen. You guys did save the seat of power in the empire. And you were going to get major kudos from a lot of people for that.
Pout will insist that we all get 2 talons.
I mean, you can pick up someone else's talon. It won't come with you when you teleport or die.
Hmm.
I can't have 2 rubber chickens.
Chicken nunchucks.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I can do from this point forward whenever
No,
I
it's
flip
just
my
one
talon.
side is a rubber chicken and the other's a chainsaw. Which
Wait,
one is more dangerous?
you
Number
implying
2
the
will shock
chainsaw-
you.
Are you implying the chainsaw isn't coming out of the rubber chicken's ass?
Sword chucks, my dude.
Sword
Chucks,
chucks,
bro.
yeah.
I mean, I'll be perfectly honest. I'm probably going to make sword chucks out of balloon animals next go around, and then they're actually going to turn into swords when I flip over my talon.
Also, Nick, you did get a little extra disproportionate focus this time because of your Shadow of our background. It opens a lot of doors in the chant.
I know, it's just... I also, like, both because I'm playing a skill monkey and also as a player tend to be pro go do actions, I feel like I
You are
grab-
proactive, yes. It's okay.
Mhm.
I will be stealing some stuff from the adventures that I'm not running from the book, especially enemies. And I will be hard focusing other characters later.
Mhm.
I have plans on how to do that for some of you in place already. Dan, I want to apologize. I was planning on throwing a little bit more of your backstory in this session. And then last week I dumped it from my brain because you said you weren't going to make it. And this week, like I said, was fried. But I can pull it back in a bit. I have ideas.
Okay. Yeah, I think honestly, Bit's gotten enough to do so far. So
Pout is going to teach you how to juggle. You just see Pout standing alone in a corner because he can't tell if Bit's around or not.
Mhm.
I gotta go pack. So.
Oh yeah, shit.
I will talk to you all later. Thanks for running watch. Appreciate it.
Yeah. Oh, you're
Where-
welcome.
where are you
and
going?
I'll probably see you tomorrow.
I mean, if you're down for it, yeah.
Yeah. Let me know the timing. I need
My
food
flight
and
lands
sleep,
at 2.
but-
My flight lands at 2:30. So.
Cool. Okay.
All right. I'm going to say good night.
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 Night all.